Alan. Good boy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the later edition of the 8 p.m. RobLynn Live. Sorry, we're a little bit tardy. It's my fault. I left notes in the office area and didn't take my clipboard. What else did I do wrong? Let's see. Oh, I left the lights on in the office. And in addition, that's it. That's enough. At any rate, it's day 210. Day 210, the 210th consecutive edition of RobLynn Live. And we tried to say hello to everybody prior to tonight's broadcast. We may have missed a couple because we got kicked out a couple times. So let's see. Mary, Robert, Patty, Jean, Harry, and Jillian, hello. Those were, I think, the folks I missed. I got Tanya Hennard was the last. So it's the 16th day of March. We're just one day shy of St. Patrick's Day for those of you who celebrate. Cool. We know Red Redfern celebrates because he's already told me he'll be in the bar he'll be in the pub having a pint or two. So that's it for Red. And there's Ava and let's see, I said Frank, Normala, etc., etc. Pravin and Roy Davies and Roy McPhail, and away we go. Thursday's events had Red Redfern came along at 11 a.m. and Chris Johnson followed Red at 11:30 as per usual. Marty DeGarmo, Pop finished out the morning coffee crew at 12 high noon Eastern Daylight Time. The Def Slam came along at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and it's now just a bit past 8 p.m., and it's time for RobLynn Live and Ollie with Ollie the Wonder Dog. It should be and Ollie the Wonder Dog, really. Oh, yeah. It's not with. And Ollie the Wonder Dog. He is a star. We'd like to remind everybody, please hold off with your guesses on Davina Lee's wonderful background. It's beautiful today or tonight, as we have what's known as Grandma Bobby's cowbell, and we'll ring that prior to kickoff time, kicking off to make the guesses. Now, our virtual background is intriguing, so please hold your intrigue-filled guesses.
Because if you guess now, it won't count. How's that?
Oh, we count them anyway. It's hard to. How do you say no to people that come every night?
I mean, the early guesses won't count for the contest. They can guess anytime they want, but to win the contest.
Whoa! They're all winners.
Oh, okay. Everybody's a winner, so it really doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. Oh. The cowbell. Come on,
You're
man.
confusing me now.
All right. Please send your love, light, and prayers. This is totally confusing tonight.
But
to Ash, his lovely wife, two handsome boys, as well as the OnPassive teams. And let's give three cheers to Rob and Lynn for 210 consecutive live chats. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! I think that's how they do it in the UK.
Okay.
No, hooray.
Hooray. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Hooray for everybody. Thank you for you all being here. As my husband gulps down the water. See how he says he sips? That's his sippy, guys.
That was a nice sippy. This is my sippy cup. At any rate, please send your prayers to Ash family and the teams around the world who are working day and night for us. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And let's see what we've got for you fine folks this morning. Oh, not this morning. Oh, yeah.
And John says, hello, everyone. Just got off Def Slam show. You all should join us sometime. It's every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we post in the back office.
Yes, we do. And we also have another Def event. And that's every other Thursday.
Fire It Up Wisdom is every 2 weeks on Thursday, and we have Def Slam, and that's the other 2 weeks at 7 p.m. Eastern.
All right.
So just watch the back office. We post there in the back office.
And please remember to send your love, light, and prayers to anyone around the world who you may know within OnPassive or may know from work or church, synagogue, mosque, from anywhere, please send your love, light, and prayers to them so they may get better. And prayer does work. It's proof positive right here at OnPassive. And announcement-wise, not so much so far to report. The anticipated corporate webinar that we are all looking forward to using O Connect, the one, the only O Connect, has not had a day, date, or time yet. Yeah. Announced. Golly, Miss Molly, I'm done with that.
Oh, you're done. Okay, when he's done, he passes me the paper. I put it on the side.
But please,
teamwork.
please. So please check the back office, and we all know how to check in to the back office, do we not, Miss Nakamoto?
I'm sure everybody
Through OES.
Okay, so what I figured out, tell me if I'm wrong, you guys, but remember yesterday I said I tried to log in through OFounders, and it says invalid credentials, right? So I'm thinking, I know that's my email. I know that's my password. So then I realized today that the reason it's happening is we're not supposed to go directly to OFounders. We're supposed to go to OES, then click on the OFounders, and then go to OFounders.
And where have you heard that before?
That's what they said they're going to do. They're going to make it so we all have to go through the OES. It's just that it happened to start, and I didn't realize it started already. And I had a bad habit of going to OFounders directly. So now I figured out, oh, duh, that makes sense. They're now telling us to go through the OES first and make our way through the back office.
Well, that's
so. Tell me if I'm right. If you guys have the same thing. Did anybody try to go to OFounders directly like I did, or was I the only one? Tell me.
All right. Tonight's topic is uplifting humanity the OnPassive way. So that's what we're not totally about, but we're in the end. Proof be known, proof positive is some of the things that have been happening already around OnPassive. Our subject matter is one that is near and dear to many of us. Let's chat about the uplifting of humanity the OnPassive way. And we want to hear your comments as well. I do want to mention we did send a link along to Mr. Chris Johnson and Mr. Marty DeGarmo to join us, as they've been instrumental in taking on a couple of projects themselves already, the Oh Bless OnPassive way. And did not send the link to Ash, but Marty, if you hear from Ash, send him over the link, please, so he can join us as well. Ash Mafar certainly is doing and has done a large share of uplifting we founders, we brand ambassadors. Take, for instance, numero uno, Just 97.
Read John's comment. I've been saying that for months. Go from OnPassive, come to OES, then OFounders back office. Okay, John.
All right.
You're right.
You're right on, brother. So that's Just 97. That's one of the ways things have been paid for. Where else can you start a business for $97? Just $97. Nowhere but OnPassive. You can get anything that you want at Ash Mafar's restaurant.
And look at Jillian. She's a good girl. She goes through the OES, as we've been told. And Henry says, you are the only one, Lynn. I get the same. You're not the only one, Lynn. I get the same thing. So now we know why. They're training us to go through the OES.
Because OFounders is going to be just a thing that's been done in the past.
Yeah, and I just have the habit, the habit of going directly to OFounders, which I will not do anymore.
And speaking of blessings, how about the food, water, and medical supplies? Hello, Pat Mayberry. Glad you're here. For parts of India. You remember that? When back in, I believe it was 2020, when Ash spearheaded that drive. And we had employees dressed in the T-shirts and hats of OnPassive, delivering food, water, and medical supplies in India. I think it may have included Bangladesh, but I'm not sure.
Look, James said he can still go into OFounders without a problem.
All right.
Really? Well, anybody else going to OFounders directly? I'm curious. You are too, honey?
I can. I don't, but I can. I check it off and on. And here's Armin Hogue saying hello to Ollie, Lynn, and myself. Thank you. And Alex Sojib, the first boy, is here.
And list logs in both ways.
All right. So it's still available to
Hmm.
some.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
you were trying it
interesting.
on your phone. It may be available if you try it on the computer. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Well, how about most recently, the donation of 1 million dirham, the UAE currency, for the peoples of Syria and Turkey along the borders ravaged by 2 back-to-back earthquakes. Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. Marty DeGarmo helping to raise enough money for our founder in Ukraine who had wanted his 97 returned, his just 97, to feed his family.
Hmm.
What a guy. Taking care of family first, and that's how we do things at OnPassive. So, what happened? Through Marty's lives daily, he raised thousands and not just 97 to help this family. Doing the humanity thing, uplifting humanity the OnPassive way. That's how we do things.
Yes, and Yvonne Mundi says, yes, uplifting humanity the OnPassive way is a great topic. This is the motto of OnPassive.
And motor both. It is our driving passion to help others.
Yes.
And just this past couple of weeks, how about Chris, Captain Obless Johnson, through his efforts, has raised, I don't want to steal his thunder should he come on with us, but over 10,000 US dollars
Woo-hoo.
for William's school. William is the teacher. And how do you say William's last name? You seem to say it well.
Nuamanya.
Nuamanya. Okay. Sounds good. And Mr. Nuamanya has been able to send pictures and videos and screenshots and phone calls to Chris, spelling out what's actually showing, not just spelling out, showing what has happened.
And look at, we have Assad is here, and he says, OnPassive every second, OES.
Ooh,
That's
I
pretty
like that.
smart. I like that.
Passive
Cool.
every second. Oh, yes.
Isn't that cool?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Could be seeing a
A
topper with that
new
on it.
hat with that, maybe. We'll see.
OnPassive.
Ganji, hello.
So speaking of Chris, if you're out there in Radio Land and you're able to get your internet going, now's a good time to come along. Same for you, Mr. DeGarmo, if you can make it. And if you've sent Ash Mafar the link and he's available, this is a topic near and dear to him as well. William has been putting on, I forgot to say this.
And John says, doesn't matter if you can go into OFounders directly through OFounders. You shouldn't be doing it. Okay, that is John's advice to us. Go through the OES.
That doesn't even sound like it came from the evil twin. That sounds like it came from John.
I think it did.
KCZ, Casey Zevenbergen gets in both ways.
Dominique says she can get through on OFounders.
Okay, so some can, some can't.
Yeah, interesting. Yes, James, but that's not the way Ash wants you to go. Soon you will not be able to. In other words, you won't be able to access the back office through OFounders. This is true, so we might as well do it the right way. And Jane says, I just go to OES.
That's the way to roll. That's how we do it here
at
RobLynn Live.
And we have Ahuta. She says, I normally will log into OES to go to OFounders, and it takes me automatically to OFounders back office. That's right. That's how they want us to do it.
Perfectamundo.
And Karina says, exactly, John Barilla. She's agreeing with him.
All right. All right. We got 119 of you kids along for the ride tonight. We're glad you're here. Hello, Armand.
Oh, he says, I'm praying for you, Karina. That's why I'm late. I love you to pieces, my Canadian sister. Oh, that's nice. Trevor says, oh, bless fixes the mess.
Oh, bless fixes the mess.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, I like that. Could be another hand. Look out.
Mm-hmm.
We do want to remind everybody before I finish up speaking about what Chris has been doing, is to mention if anybody here or anybody you folks know needs help signing into and first off, getting their OES login done by going through OFounders and then clicking the button top right, the blue button, to set up your O-mail. Contact us at 2020 Pending Founders. at gmail.com. See, I'm so busy talking about O-mail,
You
I
did a good
forget
job.
to say email or Gmail or
That's fine.
R-mail or
Good
whatever
job.
you want to
Yeah,
call
you're
it.
good.
All right. So, what Chris is, what all of your donations have helped, the super stickers, the Venmo, the Cash App, Western Unions that you've sent to Chris have done has been everything from the roof to an improved shelter to windows, walls, doors, and even a bathroom is now being constructed as we speak. And Aseta is here. Hello, Miss Aseta. We're glad you're here. And foodstuffs to properly feed the kids, the faculty, students, some are orphans, all of which are there in Rwanda.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we expect to be lucky enough to have Chris and Marty join us this evening, but we're not 100% sure they'll be able to come along. So we'll continue. Should we wait a minute or so, or should we go on and ring the bell?
Let me see if I got any messages.
Okay.
Let's see. No, no messages yet. We're good. We can, yeah, I think we can ring the bell since,
We're 15, 16 minutes
yeah,
in. Ooh, we're
because
21 minutes in.
Chris
No,
and Marty,
16.
Chris and Marty aren't in here yet.
Okay. Well, it's that time again for
gonna
all of you to guess where the background is. But first, we're going to show you the back. Ooh, is that candy or grapes or prunes? What is that?
And we're going to show the background, and then we're going to scroll to the bottom of the chat so that only the brand new chats will show. Okay? So let me move this away. Hold on. Okay, so let's move out of the way.
Nice black shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
And Lynn and I are both sporting black tonight, and the saying on our hats is phenomenal, OnPassive, phenomenal, prominent, and philanthropic.
Big P words.
Man, those got a lot of syllables. So anyway, it's that time again, and we're going to ring the bell.
Okay, so now you can start guessing. Guess. That's super loud. Terrible. Okay, guess away. Okay, we're gonna start right now. And the first guess we have is, wait, I saw it. Bali, Thailand.
And that came to us from Trevor Peters. Okay, Trevor says Bali. Let's look along down. It looks like India to Ava.
Okay, wait. Go in order, honey.
I did go in order.
Oh, Marcian's driving, not able to text. Okay, be safe. And we have Alex guessing.
I think this background is Indonesia and India.
Gotta be one or the other.
Can't have both.
Ring that bell, brother.
And Hamburglar Daniels.
Okay.
Ring that bell. All right, I did.
Francis says, greetings from Greenbelt, Maryland. Always exciting tuning into RobLynn, especially when Marty and Chris crash in and take us to midnight or early morning.
Not so sure that'll happen this evening, but we did send them, and they did give us a thumbs up. So we will see what we will see. In the meantime, we'll carry on.
And we have a guest from Lorna.
Lorna says, Paramban temples in Indonesia. Ooh, that's
in
an
Java,
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
In Java, Indonesia. That sounds like a very educated guess.
Yeah, and Casey's guess is Cambodia.
Cambodia.
And we have Frank Rose saying it is Prambanan temple compounds in Indonesia.
Sounds like an educated guess again. It's Thailand or Cambodia, according to Miss Oliva.
Yes. Irena says Prambanan is the 9th century Hindu temple compound in the special region of Yogyakarta in southern Java, Indonesia. That is the background.
Another educated guess, I might add. And Joanne Hafe says India. Could be.
And again, Alex says, I think it's Indonesia and India.
All right, you got to pick one, pal.
You got to pick one or the other.
Kaylee's in the house. Hello, Miss Kaylee. And Miriam thinks it's Thailand, where Sawadee Cup is the word of the day. And hello to Casey.
And Yvonne Mundi says, "Hello, Ali. You are beautiful. You are truly the wonder dog."
Oh, yes, he is.
And Matt says it is monk fruit.
Monk fruit.
That's the fruit by Ollie's face.
Yes, monk fruit.
I'd never heard of
That's
monk
a
fruit.
hint.
Yeah.
Good hint.
Loud bell, says Marion. This is loud. It is loud.
Every step counts for us. That's Marion.
Yep. And John says, "Oh wow, incredible background, but I'm stupid and I have no idea where that is."
John, you can check with that evil twin friend of yours. He may have an idea.
David Wazowski says, "Those look like temples in Nepal to me. Maybe."
Just maybe. We'll find out soon enough.
Hamburglar Daniel says, "Vietnam."
Vietnam. Could be. Could be Vietnam.
Chris Tiazan says, "Mangosteen fruits. The first thing I noticed." Oh, is that? I never had mangosteen before. What does it taste like? Is it sweet, sour, what? What other fruit does it taste like? So I could kind of know. One of the best backgrounds, Davina, says Provin.
Yes, it is very good.
And we have Jillian says St. Petersburg Cathedral or a London Cathedral. Maybe check if they message.
Oh.
And no, this is Yvonne Mundi saying, "Hello, Bali, welcome." And Dr. Betty's greeting lots of her friends. Gemma, hi Gemma. Gemma says, "Cambodia, Angkor Wat, Cambodia." Right? That's her guess. Roy McPhail says it's a temple in Cambodia. Marion says Malaysia. Zombie guy says it's beautiful wherever it is. Casey says I said Cambodia.
That wasn't Marty. That was Elmer's friend.
Ahuta says it could be India.
It could be India, indeed. Amy January, I'm horrible in geography. Thank God for the internet to find out about that stuff I need to know.
Oh, I'm bad at geography too. Matt says those are mangosteen fruit. I was in. He's gonna say I was in there. He's probably gonna say I lived there or visited there. Probably something like that. Right. And Pat Mayberry says I say Thailand.
Good guess, Pat, for sure.
It looks like Cambodian, says
Dominique.
Yep. Let's see one more guess. Yvonne says Marty and Chris's spirit is still with us. Ride on.
We're gonna ride on as we ride on, ride on, ride on.
Chris is having trouble getting internet. That's probably the challenge for him.
Yes.
And Dr. Benny says the background is in Indonesia.
Good guess, Dr. Benny.
No, please. No midnight to early morning. I have to rehearse my book and watch the NCAA basketball tournament after this. Yeah, we're not going to go to midnight. We're sticking with our time for now. Dr. Benny says hi again to friends. Karina says, I'm thinking Cambodia.
Could be.
Gemma says Cambodia. First girl. That's what she said. M. Kaylee says South India.
Could be.
Oh, a lot of different guesses. My thought exactly, John B. Much to do tonight.
All right. Well, we're glad you guys drifted into RobLynn Live on your way to doing some other things. Yep. We don't mind that at all.
Olive says Thailand is my guess.
Thailand from Olive Tom.
John Burley says, I think that's definitely somewhere in the world.
John always has a tidbit for us on his thoughts where
Matt says
the background
no,
is.
It's definitely not monk fruit. He wants
right.
to make sure we all know. Pat says Thailand. Matt says it is mangosteen fruit.
Mangosteen fruit. All right.
And Pravin says London.
That's a guess. I don't know how good a guess that is.
Good morning, Sadanan.
It looks like ancient architecture to me. Not
Hi,
ancient,
Cosmo.
but very old. Very old.
Yeah.
Hi, Cosmo. We're glad you're here. Very much so.
Lovely family, says Yvonne.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Alex says Indonesia. Very beautiful country.
Yes, it is.
Daniel says Thailand.
Thailand from Daniel.
I like the variety of guesses. Indonesia girls are very beautiful.
Uh-oh. Here goes single boy, first boy, off and running.
Yes, yes.
Frank says, very beautiful background.
Huh? And Davina, art graphic artist, says, thank you, Pravin.
All right.
Good morning to you, Sadanan.
Sadanan is in the house.
Yes, Christian, this is mangosteen fruit.
Is that stuff sweet or is
Yeah.
it bitter, or how does mangosteen taste? It looks
Yvonne says
sweet.
it's sweet. Ooh, I like it then. Can we get some? Or is it here in
I
Florida?
don't think we can get them in Florida, but I'll look for them. They may have them at Sprouts. We'll check
I
it
want
out.
to try it now. Hello, Felice. She says hello to us. She just
Hello,
finished her Deaf
Felice.
Slam show tonight, number 26. I'm here to watch RobLynn Live show. High five to you. Good show, Felice. It was a good show. I liked it.
Very nice.
Good. Yeah.
Was good.
It's fun to watch.
Yes.
And if you guys want to attend, let me see. If you want to attend, you can read the written transcript. We provide a transcript. You can read it ahead of time so you know what the script will be, and then just watch and follow along. It's easy to do. Matt says, I was once in an MLM company based solely on mangosteen fruit.
It must be a healthy fruit of sort, or no company would have endorsed it, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so. Casey says mangosteen is the most delicious fruit.
It's the queen of fruits in Thailand.
Oh,
All
now
right.
I really want to try it. Let's go and get it.
All right,
We have
I'll
to
look
find
for
it.
it. I'll look for it.
Mhm.
Mangosteen.
Brother Roy, I'm still fired up. How about you, my man? Says Cosmo.
Man.
Angkor Wat, Cambodia, says Gemma. She's sticking with her guess.
She likes Cambodia.
Mangosteen fruits come from Thailand.
Thank you, Pat. That's good to know. I'm going to go out tomorrow when Sprouts opens, because that's going to be the only place that's going to have mangoes.
You think so? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Thanks for the reminder, Gemma. It's on my list.
I think every place in the world is on Jean's list by now.
Yeah, and Alex
including
says,
that cruise that you're supposedly organizing soon.
Yeah, and some movies use this background location, Davina.
Ooh, doggies.
So which movies use it? That's the question. Let's see if we got any more guesses. Oh, we have 79 likes at 28 minutes after. So we're like 5 minutes behind.
Not too
shabby.
Oh,
I almost missed that one. David Rosowski says, I don't think the carvings are intricate enough for India.
I agree with that, but I don't know.
Good morning, Santosh.
Santosh in the house. Good morning, sir. And Robert Tantulo in the house, connecting people around the world. It's technologies, tools, and services. You can only find this connection in one place. You know what that place is?
OnPassive.
OnPassive is massive.
OnPassive.
Thanks, Robert. We appreciate that comment very much.
Tina's here.
Saint Tina's here. Hello to you.
It's a difficult time for her, but she's still here. Thank you for being here. I know it's tough.
Thank you, Saint Tina.
Not the most convenient for you. I know that. Thank you for being here.
We appreciate it.
Henry says, I've never been out of the country, but I'm learning what other countries look like on the RobLynn Live show.
We try to provide a little value, and if the value in your life is educational, geography, we're good with that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Welcomer, Dr. Benny is at it.
Dr. Benny is at it.
Saying
Thank
hi
you.
to everybody. And Saint Tina is smiling.
Good smiles. We like smiles.
Al Praber is here saying, hi, RobLynn, Ollie, and everyone. Are you ready for the next super talk?
We're ready. It's time to
rumble.
Right you are.
I know that one. Yvonne says, when you have been blessed with a good meal, won't you want to share it with another person?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. What did we share today? Oh, you had a hot dog and I had a piece of pizza. Not very healthy today.
Yummy, but not healthy.
We did take our vino.
Yes, we sure did. Good evening, Robert.
Glad you're here, Robert. Thank you.
Looking for more guesses.
Indonesia. Oops, sorry.
Well, Casey says mangosteen season is nearly upon us.
We'll give you our address and you can overnight some mangosteen fruit to us.
Crystal says Indonesia.
Indonesia.
And we have
Jean,
excellent show tonight, says Gina Leva.
to Felice.
Yeah, thank
Yin
you.
Yang is here. We thank you, brother, for all you do. The Emoji King.
You nailed it, John. Your first voice, says David. He's assuming he knows the answer, right? David thinks he knows the answer. Hello, Robert Tantillo.
Dr. Benny again. Hello, Dr. Benny.
Les says, I think it's Mars.
Yeah, let's go to Mars. We're on our way to the new top anyway. Let's
Yeah.
stop off at Mars.
Yvonne says, I love mangoes, especially the #1 mango from Cameroon.
Ooh.
Tropically rich. That sounds good, actually.
Mangosteen. We got to try that.
Good morning, Babine.
Babine is in the house. Good morning
Oh,
to you, madam.
Jillian thinks it's London, too.
Okay, could be.
Anil says, I hope it's a temple.
It looks like a temple to me, or temples plural. There's multiple buildings.
Mm-hmm. Mangosteen tastes like a combination of lychee, pineapple, peach, strawberries. The flesh is juicy and sweet. It also has a very subtle citrus and tangy taste to it. Philippines has seasonal harvest.
Sounds good, Chris.
I think I would like it.
Mangosteen.
Hello from
Elizabeth Ponde. Hello to you. We're glad you're here. You're missing our CEO. We're missing him too. But remember, he told us some 3 weeks ago, more than once, likely as he gets busier and busier and closer to
you'll see less and less.
the kickoff of O Connect to the world, not just to us O founders or brand ambassadors or just plain founders. You're going to see less of Ash. Right. So Ash is in the cooking. We got to have one biddy every night. So Ash is cooking in the kitchen, cooking with Ash. Yep. And David says mangoes are good, but I like guava better.
I love OnPassive, Yakaya.
Yakaya, we love you right on back, brother.
Says, I love mango.
We have fruit eaters here. That's a good thing. Very healthy. And Masterpiece Graphics by Davina, says Yvonne. I agree 100% with that.
Lots of hellos.
Karina Lance saying hello. Jean says Def Slam is always loaded with info. Yes, it is.
Good information,
yes. It is.
And let's see. Oh, we have Gayling. She says, I'm with Gemma. I think it's Angkor Wat.
Angkor Wat? Okay. And here's Mary. And Mary Tienda says it's in your house in Florida right behind you. It is? It is? It really is? I didn't know that.
Ahuta says, my guess will be...
If we got that here, I've got a fruit broker who I know through the company.
Let's find out.
We'll check them out.
We'll check it out. Thank you. My guess will be Thailand.
Thailand by Ahuta.
And Alex says there's a Coca-Cola arena event coming up.
And whoever knows what that event in Dubai is, please let us know. Because from what we're told, OnPassive is one of the prime sponsors as well. And if you know what the event is, if it's a tennis match or if it's golf,
we're curious.
Let us know right away.
Somebody will know what kind of sports event it is.
Alex probably knows.
Yeah, maybe. And John Barilla says, I always have the written transcript open on one device while I watch Def Slam. Good for you. I eat mango all the time, but not sure about mangosteen. Not sure if we have them here. But we're going to find out if we have them.
We're going to find out. Actually, I'm going to find out as soon as we get done with our broadcast. Thank you to Anil, saying Anil. Thank you to us from the bottom of his heart. We appreciate you, sir.
Hi to Bamal.
Bamal, hello, brother.
Hi, Mersazad.
Mersazad is in the house. Hello.
I think.
And what says Irena?
Image results for mangosteen. Meet the mangosteen. The flavor of the tropical and difficult to find mangosteen has been described as a delicious mix of lychee, peach, strawberry, and pineapple. Ooh,
see, I would have said lychee. But it's lychee.
Lychee. Yeah, lychee. Oh, and here we got somebody coming in.
Oh, look who's here.
Here we go.
It's the mono streaming Chris Johnson. Welcome.
Here he is.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure this all out. Am I on?
You're on.
I apologize, guys. I still don't have internet. I was actually working for the Seeds Academy for almost the last 35 minutes. So I'm done. I'm all caught up. Oh, William has some more funds coming his way. I'm having a riot with this, so it's a lot of fun for me.
Good.
Well, tell us what's going on. What were you doing the last 35 minutes?
William has sent me, excuse me, I'm going to clean my glasses because I can't see nothing. William has sent me literally hundreds and hundreds of videos of the kids, of the work that's going on. So we're going to make a video out of it. So I'm sending everything to Marty so we can get this in the back office and people can see. Because, you know, when we do lives, we get a couple hundred people watching us, maybe 1,000 people in a day or so. We want everyone to see what we're doing. So
Yeah.
Good
I'm
stuff.
almost with you guys. I apologize. I'm running my hotspot, so I don't know. Hold on, Marty, you still on the phone?
Is he coming in?
Yeah, he's coming in. Marty, I'm hanging up this phone because I can't hear them.
Wait a minute. There's Marty DeGarmo. Pop. What's up, brother?
I got to hang up the phone. I'll hang up. I'm just going to hang up on him. All right.
What's happening?
Well, you are now that you're here.
We're gonna scroll down
Yeah.
the comments, you guys, so we can catch you right behind.
We're talking OnPassive, Uplifting humanity, and every day we're doing something new. So I mean, so, people have
Awesome.
Ooh, I hear feedback.
Marty, did you hang up your phone?
Yes, I did.
Where's that feedback coming from?
I'm not sure.
Do you have YouTube on and
Hold on.
No.
My YouTube's on, but there's no sound.
So what am I missing here? What am I missing? What's going on, folks?
Well, what we started off, we were talking about, we don't know exactly yet what the show connect is, but we said for everybody to please stay tuned, stay plugged in. We sent out prayers every night to those who are ill, been injured, and let's see what else we do.
Is Norel working on here today?
We haven't seen Norel as of yet in the comments, but I'll scroll down on another device, volume off.
I want to make a special video just for Norel of Marty reading a bedtime story. We're gonna have that planned for Norel.
She didn't think that was.
It's like
she thought it was hilarious. You guys know what's going on with that?
No,
tell.
I'm talking to Norel. We about every month we'll get on the phone and start rapping. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. I'm going, Norel, I'm really tired. I'm an hour past my bedtime. And we're talking, and she says, you know what I do to fall asleep? I said, no, what do you do? She says, I listen to Marty DeGarmo. His voice calms me, and then I fall asleep.
Oh, yeah, we heard that. Good or bad?
No, it was good. So I said, you know darn well I'm going to tell Marty this first thing in the morning. So I told him he's got to say something on his live. Why are we getting so much feedback?
It's not coming from us.
Marty, that's your headphones again.
It came when Marty showed up.
That's
when,
right.
When you were there, there wasn't anything. But when we added Marty,
he's got a real nice headset now, but even on the phone, we get feedback. We can always hear him echoing. Or we hear ourselves, I should say.
Why is that?
Marty?
No feedback now.
Stop.
Yeah, it comes and goes. He's messing with it. Look at you can tell in his beady little eyes he's doing something.
He's thinking hard.
Oh goodness.
So anything new that we should report at this time from either corporate or from O Media?
Nope.
That you guys have heard.
Nope. This is straight from Chris Johnson. All right. And this is how I always say. I was just talking to Marty about this an hour ago. I said, when we don't hear from Ash for a week or so, we usually get a pretty big meeting eventually coming up, because I honestly believe that he's so busy working on all kind of things. And that's how I look at it. I don't worry if Ash Mafara doesn't talk to us. I know that there's more getting done. And I want to tell everyone that. I have many people sending me, hey, end of March is coming. That man is working his butt 24/7 for all of us. And me, I'm not going to bother him. I don't, like I said, I don't need to hear another word come out of Ash's mouth because I know what he's doing. I trust him 100%. And when he's ready to come out, boom, everybody, just be ready for it. Get your helmets on.
It's going to be an explosive meeting, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
A lot
Yeah,
of
we
feedback.
can. We got some feedback going again now, though.
Well, that's funny. I turned it off. Okay, hold on.
Better. But I did share. I did.
Baby.
Oh, see,
How
I
about
can barely
now?
hear you, Lynn.
How about now?
Nope.
No
I
what?
talk and I can hear me.
Yeah,
You
we
guys
can
are
hear you.
annoyed. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at my own voice right now.
You're clear, Chris.
And Marty, you're clear.
Yeah. Fine,
Okay,
I-
okay.
I hear feedback.
Oh, I hear an echo now.
Yeah, that's what we get.
Oh, must be
Watch this, Lynn. Marty,
Okay.
mute yourself for 5 seconds. Now listen, can you hear my? Oh, he's not muted yet.
I can mute
Marty-
him. Oh, he's muted now.
Okay, now is there any echo?
No.
See, it's his headset. He's got there. He's back on again.
I hold on, idiot. You mute yourself.
All right, I'm muting.
You guys hear any
He's
feedback?
muted.
Okay, he's muted.
Talk away, Marty. Let's hear you.
Hello, hello, hello. Dum, Chris is a moron.
That was loud and clear.
No echo.
No echo. It might be Chris Johnson.
Oh, it's Chris.
It's
It
not
might be.
Chris.
It might be the African Queen.
No, I don't hear the echo now. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
I wonder if it's us.
Well, mute yourself, RobLynn. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's get them up. We'll turn it into Marty and Chris show. See you guys.
See, there's no. It's something with all of us. Every one of us mute. We don't hear that echo anymore. Hi, Joycey. You know, I'm bad enough hearing the first time. When I got to hear my own voice, it's horrible. Horrible.
So we were also
I'm
meant.
gonna try auto.
Hold on. You want to say hi to everybody? I'm turning you around.
This is a good
Look who's
time.
on the phone.
Who? Oh, Julie.
Julie Wynn on the phone
Hi.
live with
Talk
RobLynn.
loud, Julie. No, these aren't Spanish people. These are all kind of people.
Hola. That means hello in Spanish. Hola.
Can you see her?
Yes, we can see her.
Of course, she's driving as normal.
Driving as she always is.
She has to pick the kids up. It's 5:48 there.
Probably. Are you going to get the kid?
Yeah, I was just with Sherry. Now we're heading to pick her up.
You got Sherry in the car?
No. She went in hers.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm turning you back around. Say bye to everybody.
Okay, we'll
Julie.
see you. Thanks for saying hello.
Bye, everybody.
All right. I'm hanging up on you, chick.
All right,
Bye. Bye. All right. Who else?
I had no echo when Julie was on.
Yeah, now we don't. I don't hear the back echo. Ah, there it is again.
There it is again.
Could it
Let
be
me try to turn down my. How about now?
I don't hear it.
Keep talking.
I can hear everyone 2 times.
Yeah, me too.
That's what we're hearing from our end too.
Mm.
I don't know what it could be. Every one of us muted and it went away. So, and it's not like we live right next to each other. You're in Florida, he's in Jersey.
I have no idea. And Trevor says, I still hear an echo even when Chris is muted.
It's the Garbo. I'm telling you.
Okay, Chris, you and I mute real fast.
All right.
And Johnny talk.
Okay, they're muted. Does anybody hear an echo? No. So let's stop blaming the fat guy from New Jersey, okay? It's the Mad Hatter. He has too many hats, and it's echoing to all the chambers of the hats he has in his house.
That could be.
Okay, so now we're gonna mute Marty, and only Chris will be unmuted. Go for it, Chris. Say.
Hello, everyone. This is the RobLynn Show. I was brought on. He could look funnier than Marty DeGarmo. I don't hear an echo. No echo. But Lynn, you're still muted.
When we are all on, then the echo's here, yeah?
It could be just live. It just could be the StreamYard too.
Could be. Could be.
But we didn't have this the other day, I don't think.
So what is the event? Do tell if you know. The Coca-Cola OnPassive event in Dubai coming up. Is that a sports event?
Well, the Coca-Cola is the stadium.
Correct, but there's an event at the stadium.
Yeah, there's a singer. There's a very famous singer from, I think she's from Iran. And she's got a concert going on. But a lot of people are misconstruing that. OnPassive is one of the sponsors of that show. There's a lot of sponsors, but
Right.
and I think it still has something to do with the international women, I believe also. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's a big deal. I mean, it would be like Mick Jagger over here. That's how big that lady is. She's really, really famous on that side of the world. We don't know her because we don't speak Iranian or Lebanese or Arabic. Pete probably knows her.
Right, Peter, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably knows.
There's no echo on Marty.
And we've been also talking about the mango steamed fruit. Are you guys familiar with that?
Mango steamed fruit?
Right.
No. Is this something you guys are going to make me and Marty eat because we're so fat or what?
No. Absolutely not. Wait a minute. Someone just called Sprouts in Florida. Employees were sure when they were coming in April to August here. Okay, it must be seasonal fruit. Well, we'll check it out. Because, let's see. Mr. Casey Zevenbergen says it's a very sweet, lovely fruit. And their season is just starting in April as well. So that's good.
No echo with Chris. No echo on Chris. I don't know. It's very strange.
If Marty unplugged those headset, we probably wouldn't have no echo. But now there's no echo. I don't hear an echo now. Do you?
It's got to be StreamYard then. Got to be.
That's perfect now.
Mbabane says it's hockey. The event is hockey.
What up, Mbabane?
There may be multiple events there. The hockey, because hockey's still going on in this country. Well, what's new, Marty, with the gentleman in Ukraine? Anything new to report?
He can't hear nothing.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can hear ourselves too now. It was just perfect.
Now there's an echo.
Marty, if you took your headset off, would you still be able to? If you unplugged your headset, would you still be able to hear and talk? Let's see. Oh boy.
Can hear somebody talking in the background.
So
that's Dawn.
The singer is from Lebanon.
Yeah, Lebanon. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Can you guys hear me?
I know what you're doing.
We can hear you. But now I get a lot of echo.
Now you got what?
A louder echo.
The headset's off.
I know. Well, I can hear me louder. I'm very annoying.
How about now?
Boo. Boo. I can still hear me.
It was actually better
Who's
with
going to bring them to me? You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you, but the echo's worse. Put your headphones back on.
You know how lucky you are we're not close to each other?
Kind of sounds like you're right next to me.
Hold on a second.
I just
Oh, it's horrible now, Marty. Put your headsets back on.
How about now?
Hello? Nope. Hey, you primate. You know what
Guys,
you're doing?
be quiet for a minute. Can you hear me now?
Marty, we can hear you perfect. But now, okay, there's no echo right now.
There's no echo?
Not at all. Nothing.
Perfect.
And we hear you perfectly.
What did you do? Remember what you did so you can repeat it.
Well, I mean, they have an echo cancellation on StreamYard. Oh, shut up. Oh, they have an echo. The name of our device is, you know what? So I can't say that word. But they have a O on StreamYard, and when I click it, as long as I'm talking to the laptop, it works. But when I was using my headset, it wouldn't cancel it. I don't know why.
Well, it's loud and clear now, so that's good. The last
But am I clear?
Yeah,
you're loud and
Yeah.
clear. Very good.
very
You
clear.
don't have to yell. We can hear you like you're talking right next to us. And there's no echo whatsoever at all right now.
All right, cool.
Peter Rogers says hi to you guys.
Peter Rogers from UK in the house, Marty.
April 22,
What up, Pete?
2023 is the UK Ireland event in Manchester.
That's right. There's still tickets available, so if you can make it to Manchester, be there.
Yeah.
Be there or be square.
Nice to
By
see you,
the-
Peter Rogers.
It's
By the way,
hours different there. Holy smokes! It's almost 2 a.m. there. Oh goodness!
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, Peter. We love you, brother.
Now I hear echoes. This is at 8:55. That's 2 minutes ago. But let's scroll down a bit because it might be gone by now.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't
can you
hear
hear
you.
me still?
Yeah. What you're hearing, Lynn, is probably Shorty's watching TV. He's probably picking up the TV a little bit.
Think so?
Yeah.
No, the TV's not on.
Well, I don't hear myself anymore.
The TV's not on.
Well, we're hearing like it
Okay,
sounds just like someone talking in the background.
Which is a minute ago, people are saying no echo. Perfect
Yeah.
now, no echo. So
That's eco. No eco. Let's get that right.
like
now.
an
Yeah.
system. Sounds good now, says Joy.
Echoes.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah, that's same. Get your green beer out. I know Rob's gonna have a green beer tomorrow.
You can bank on it, brother. I think I may
You
have.
know, I don't care for corned beef that much. But
You'll eat it.
Dawn went to get a ham and there was none in the store.
No,
Really?
in the store.
So now you gotta eat corned beef.
Absolutely zero.
Too late.
Yeah, maybe.
Why don't you?
Peter
Like,
Rogers, you son of a gun.
oh my God, Marty just woke up about Peter. He's been on for 15 minutes saying, "Hey, Marty, can you hear me?"
Did you see me doing stuff, jackass?
Yeah, but you can still hear us, Buffalo Head.
Yeah, but I wasn't responding, moron.
my
What'd you say?
We're gonna have to have an intervention here. I can see this.
That's because
We're being real nice to each other, by the way. Ugh.
Hey, you guys, this is the funniest. You know, Ash always protects me if Marty or Red start picking on me. You ought to hear Dawn come to my rescue. It's
Whoa.
hilarious. Dawn
Oh
DeGarmo
my
comes to
gosh!
my
The other
rescue.
day she goes. The other day she said, "Oh my gosh!" I go, "What? You're not his dad, you know. You got to stop talking like you're his daddy." I said,
Okay, let's say what the background is. The background is a beautiful Prambanan temple, Indonesia, known for the lost world of Asia. Beautiful Bali and yummy mangosteen.
And we had probably 20 correct answers. So Davina, help us out. Who are the first boy, first girls here?
She's probably gonna say, not already. Did you say, Davina?
She probably did.
What is that first boy, first girl? The first man or first woman that shows up?
Alex Sojib from Bangladesh, who's a college student and a good friend, and he's all over Lynn's Facebook, publicizing
Right.
RobLynn Live, and that's quite a big help, as are many others. And Alex kept calling himself First Boy. Well, First Boy wins again. What's the prize, ma'am? And Lynn says, well, we'll send you some love, Alex. That's it for now. And then each night, more and more people caught on to the First Boy, First Girl thing with the guesses for the background that Davina does. So now we'll have 7 to 10 first boys and first girls on the background because Davina does a marvelous job with the different backgrounds. And
Yes, she does.
We need to play these back in about a year.
See, there was only maybe 1 or 2 that did. People love to see me and Marty argue. You know that. That's our side job.
Yeah, that is your trademark.
It looks like Frank Rowe is first boy tonight.
And it looks like Cosmo saying Marty and Chris OnPassive version of the Odd Couple.
Very odd. Very odd.
Wait till you guys see our first road trip. We're gonna tape it live. You're all gonna be laughing at that one. Me and Marty are gonna be 2 feet from each other. It's gonna be funny as heck.
Where are you guys going? Cincinnati?
Oh no, it's a secret, but we'll let you know when it's ready to go.
Be kind to each other, guys.
Oh no, Don's coming. Marty knows he's in trouble, right? Marty knows he's in trouble because Don's gonna be with us. Right there, Deacon Rose.
No way am I putting you two in the same freaking vehicle.
You know what? Maybe we should call you a new name for you, the Sandman, because you're so gentle and Narelle sleeps so good when you're talking. The Sandman. That's your new nickname.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a compliment. When I'm doing a live, I put people to sleep.
No, it was a compliment. She said that you're very relaxing and she loves to hear your voice. It was a compliment. I wouldn't. If it was not a compliment, I would be tearing you up apart right now about it. You know that. It was a compliment.
Today we had to have the bleeper button on. There was a few bleeps there.
Lorna, Alex, Crystal, Frank, Irena, Dr. Benny, and everyone who got it right. Yay.
Very
and
nice.
Jean says, Chris, it means the first boy to guess the background.
Oh, okay. That explains it. Thank you, Jean. Olivia.
That wins it. It's called the first girl. So today, Alex is second boy.
Oh, now I understand. I was confused by that.
That came from Alex.
That's
strictly
his
from Alex.
terminology. And Alex is from Bangladesh. So that's the way he describes it.
Oh, Bangladesh joined the donation fund. They jumped it up today, and I still got more Bangladesh from Mafus, and he's raised a lot of money, and he'll send it to me in a day or so. But Bangladesh stepped up to the plate today. Woo, Bangladesh!
Yay, Mafus and his group. Yay.
The so blessed thing before it even hits the streets, really hits the streets, is going up already. It's good stuff.
Yeah. This to me is it's fun, it's exciting, it's amazing, and to see it play out every single morning, that's what I wake up to. William will send me literally hundreds of pictures, maybe 10 or 15 videos of what's going on, and it's amazing to me. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love doing this. It's so much fun. Listen, I told you, I was telling Marty this, I don't know, an hour ago we were rapping, and I said, as I was growing up, I seen this in National Geographic magazines of kids sitting there, sitting in a classroom and now myself, am living this every day with these kids, and I'm blown away by it. And these kids are so smart, and it really is sad to see that there's parts of the world that, these kids are not educated. These kids want to be educated. They want to better themselves, better their country. And they're going to, as William is building this up bigger, families and kids are going to come in droves just to Rwanda, just to go to this school. That's how amazing this is going to be. So when people say, Chris, what are we donating for? You're donating for thousands of kids' lives that are about to change through education, better surroundings, safer surroundings, and you get to see it build up every single day because I share it every day. I also share every penny that was donated, and I send it to William every night. And I just love it. I mean, it's so much fun for me. I can't believe it. My whole day is nothing but that now, and I love it. I know OnPassive's there. I know about the products. That's Marty and Red's job, I say, but let me keep doing this because I'm loving doing it. And to see countries come together and start throwing these big donations, I'm in my joy right now. Absolutely. This is what OS was made for.
And these are countries that didn't get along in years gone by.
Absolutely.
See
Absolutely.
together for a common cause, and that is the good of humanity. We can't wait till, and I think you'd agree, with the Academy, what the Academy is going to do for the education of the world.
Yep. Absolutely.
Incredible
Those kids, I'm going to say in a month or so, we're going to get them electricity, plumbing. We're going to get them whatever it takes, whatever is going to make it easier. The 12 teachers there, William included 13 or 14 altogether. And I've talked with them this morning. The other morning I talked to him. I brought Marty on the call today, and we went around and he showed us the older kids, 12-year-old kids in class. The little ones, they're like a half day and they go home. But I just imagine you waking up. Rob, I know you got a lot of kids, but imagine having all at once 400 of them. And you can see them. They don't have these big ovens. They got a wood and a big pot, and they're cooking. Today they were cooking eggs, 400 eggs. They each get one egg. The other day, he usually makes cakes. They're up early in the morning, and they're beating it with a stick to level it out, and then they cut it all up, and then they cook them, and it looks like a big witch's pot, boils and boils. And I'm like, what did I say, Marty? I said, that looks like Robin Noble's cooking pot. That's a private joke between me and Robin and Marty, but it's just cool to see that. These guys you don't hear no saws going or drills, or these guys are literally walking in cement and sand, mixing it with their feet in their hands. And it does. Marty's right. It burns. You don't hear these guys whining. They're climbing up on ladders that they just made with twine and sticks. And then they're slopping that mud, and it's amazing to me. And those windows and doors came out so sweet. Oh, I'm just blown away by all of it. It's just driving me absolutely insane. That's where I can't sleep, because I'm watching what's happening on a daily basis. I get to share it out with everybody. I said, no, guys, this is what your donations are going for. And it's unbelievable. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've had over 10 charities call me up, and I said, well, and a lot of them for Africa. Right now in Africa, the malaria is running high for a lot of little kids because of the dirty water and all that. And that's the hardest part for me. I'm not saying, I'm going to put you on a list, but for now, I just want to build up Rwanda and this complex right now and others to come. When we launch and we got our links, everyone's going to be able to bless everyone. That's the greatest thing about it. But to actually tell people here that there's kids that are really sick with malaria, I'm not going to lie. That breaks my heart. It absolutely breaks my heart to hear it. So keep donating, guys. You guys are making, a lot of you are making sacrifices for this, $1, $2. I understand that. But I do say, if you don't have it, don't give. Please don't give, but just say prayers. That's a lot. That means a lot. But these kids are so appreciative. They're smiling. You've seen them. I donated money yesterday, and I'm not bragging about it. I seen these kids kicking around what I thought was a rock for a soccer ball. So I text William. I said, hey, dude, what is that they're kicking around? Oh, it's a handmade soccer ball. I said, nope. I'm going to throw in $500 more. I watch you. I said, I'm either going to send him to you unless you have him in the area. He says, I could get him, Chris. All right, boom. 5 for the boys, 5 for the girls, so they all can share it and play it. So I'm working on the goalie posts now with nets. I want to get them a whole field where they can actually have a regular soccer field out there. Maybe not as big as a regular one, but in a place where they each have a net and they can play when they're not studying. You got to give kids some fun time, So I'm excited about that. To watch them kicking that soccer ball around, I was freaking out this morning because he told me he wasn't going to get him till Monday. So he surprised me this morning. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, okay, you can talk, Marty.
Chris, mute for a minute, Chris. Mute for a minute.
I'm muted.
Yeah, so we don't want to have an echo. Yeah, this guy brought in a big truck. Echo, stop. Gosh, I got to give it another name. Anyway, this guy brought in truckloads of these big rocks. And I'm like, don't tell me they're crushing the rocks by hand with hammers to make the concrete, and that is exactly what they're doing. And if you see how much they did in such a short amount of time, they got to be the hardest working people. They're digging. Oh, Chris, you told them about the house for the pregnant woman.
You can
Oh,
tell
Go ahead. Tell him, Marty. I'm
oh.
going to let my dog out. Tell him that story. I love that story.
I mean, some lady came up. She's pregnant, doesn't have a husband, and he took some of that money and made her a small house right there on the compound area with a roof. And it's like now he's building a bathroom outside for the girls and boys, separate one. And then he was renting one of those huts or whatever they were every month to have school. Now he doesn't have to. And like I was saying to Chris, and he said, you're not helping one person. You're helping 400 to 500 people, and whatever kids come later. I mean, this could move right into what. Listen, when Obless comes, we could blow it up. What we get to see now is Obless before it's born, just like a unicorn before it's born. And eventually, you could do scholarships for these kids. You don't know 10, 15 years from down the road what they're going to do automatically, especially with blessing people, is they're going to bless someone else.
Yeah.
So is he really helping 400 or 500? No, he could be helping 4,000 or 5,000 in the long run, because that's how it always works. You won't believe the emails I'm getting from people telling me stories of where they've seen the same thing, like what Chris is doing. In fact, I'm turning them into videos and putting them on the YouTube channel. But they're just emails of people that, I had this and this, and people never tell their story. So this has really leached out a lot of things all over the place. I just want to get it all on one video. It may not be pretty, but that way we can see the progress of what they started and where they're going. So it's really, really cool.
Can I unmute now? Well, and listen, the rocks that Marty's talking about, I think I had shared that today. These rocks are like this big. They're brought in by humongous trucks, and they just dump them in a pile. So they do. He said he breaks them up into little pieces and uses that as the foundation. Here how we dig 6 feet and then they fill it with cement. That's how they build a foundation, but by hand. Every hole you see there isn't done by a plow or a big old earth mover. These guys are digging perfectly squared holes when they're digging this. And I'm like, good God, these guys got to have calluses as big as my head because they are nonstop shoveling. So then he sends me more videos. I didn't put them because it was dark. I'm looking, I go, what is that? He goes, those are trucks. It's the middle of the night. It's pitch black out there because there's no electricity. You can see the trucks coming, and then all you hear is the rocks being dumped in a pile. Crashing. I go, dude, go to bed. He doesn't sleep much. I guess before my live cut up, I wanted to let everyone know that William has the same, the heart or the same attitude as Ash Mafara, where I asked him, what's the distance between getting us electricity, plumbing, buses? He said, Chris, nothing is impossible. Nothing is beyond reach. I get funding, I'll get it done. If I can't do it, someone else will be able to do it for me. Same thing Ash Mafara said is, listen, I have ideas in my head, and he might not be able to do them, but he knows people that know how to build it or actually get it done. This is the same way William thinks. William is 10 years ahead of what he wants because he lived this life when he was a child. And he said, I never want to see kids go. This is what's great about this guy. He already lived that life. All right. These kids getting one egg. They got some fresh fruit today. He didn't have any of that when he was growing up. It was, hey, I got to wait a couple of days to see I get my next meal. But what he's done is took his heart and his dreams and his soul and put it all into this place. And I'll be glad to say that I'm one of millions of people that are donating to this guy to watch it really happen. And that's a start. Imagine the world once Obless really kicks in. Ooh, my gosh. It's going to be great. And all those people calling me from Africa. I know there's some on here because I've seen your name. Tina, I know a guy called me today from another orphanage or a school. I'm trying to do the best I can. I know I talked to a couple of those guys today. I said, listen, I have you on a list. It's not that I don't want to help you. It's just I can't do it all by myself right now. I have people donating And my thing was, right now everyone's donating right now to the Williams School, the Seeds Academy. If you send a donation and say, Chris, if you want to bless these other individuals, these other orphanages, then I will send that money that way. But for right now, everyone's sending me for Seeds Academy. But if you have another person you want to support, Tina knows, Dr. Benny knows. And if you send a donation, Chris, can you please send this to this organization? I'll do it. I got an app that sends money instantly to everybody, and I love it. And that app, just to let everyone know, is called World Remit. It's an app that William showed me. And I mean, in a second, you can send money to somebody. It takes probably 3 minutes. I'll send him the thing every night, and boom, he's got it. It's that fast. So, but if you want money to go to a different organization and I can help out, please put it on there. Chris, I'd like this donation to go to, say, Dr. Benny or Tina Jago. Whatever you want, just let me know. But I can't send money to other organizations if people want it to go here. That's where I stand. It's not always easy to make those kind of decisions, you know?
It's a grand start to a grand cause. There's no doubt about it, Chris.
Yeah, it really is. It's a heartfelt job. That's how I look at it. It's the best job I've ever had in my life, and I don't call it a job, but I call it, man, it's rewarding. Julie called me earlier today, and she says, Chris, what are you really gonna do when we launch? I mean, really, when we got our links and you're making money? And I thought. And I said, I'm probably going to give all my money away because I love doing it. I've done a lot of things in my life. Yeah, there's things I said, I'm going to go fishing. Well, I can do all that stuff now. She goes, well, what's your big dreams? I said, right now, my big dreams are to get help to every single part of the world that needs it. And we're going to be able to do that. That's my big dream right now. I forgot about me. I really did. I really forgot about me, which I love. But those people that need help out there, I wake up, and I boil every week because I eat a lot of eggs. 48 eggs I eat a week. I boil them and cook them. That's my morning breakfast. And I see these kids, they get one egg in a week, a month. And I say, there's something wrong about that. There's something wrong. You know, I can do better. I can help people. People do a lot better with a lot of people. And there's hundreds of thousands of people in OnPassive right now, probably more, that have the same mindset as me. But I want you really just to go out and enjoy your life. But man, everywhere you go, there's someone in poverty. I promise you that. Everything overseas that you love to go, Mexico, if you like going to Mexico on the beach, or there is poor people or people starving all around that area. It's just they hide them. I don't want those people to be hid. Let's bring them out in the open so we can get them the right help they need, you know?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment on Jean's comment or question you, Chris. Do you know if that app sends to Nigeria? I believe it does.
I think it does.
We had done something for some people in Nigeria, remember? And we were able to use that app. But what will happen, and don't be surprised, is the U.S. State Department may be in touch because there's a lot of scams, schemes, whatever you want to say, that come out of that part of the world. So we will contact.
They ask you questions before you get it. It didn't take me but 10 minutes, but you might have to clear it with your bank to let them know. Like my bank called and said I was sending, the first time I was sending William money, that my bank stopped it. So I called them up. I said, yep, that's me. Permission. I do charities. You're going to see a lot more. Boom. They haven't stopped me since. And I've been going like crazy with it. So, but you might have to call your bank and World Remit.
World Remit is right. We've used that app and it's close to free. It's not expensive to send.
All right. Where's the caramel? My dog nuts. You want to go outside again? She's being a pest. As soon as I get in, just like Ollie. Once you get on Zoom, they're like, hey, man, pay attention. She's gone for two long car rides today. She went for a 4-mile walk. She had my chicken for dinner. I don't know what else to do for this dog. Jeez, she's wet. She's looking at me like, what else? What else you got? Come on, what else you got? I guess I'm going to have to go paint her toenails or something. When she sleeps, I got a big bed and I got her own little area where she sleeps, a beautiful, comfortable blanket. And she gets in there like, oh. And she's
Chris,
2 hours longer than me. What?
I think she wants the same colored toenails you have, so you could match, you know?
Hey, I'm just now starting to see my toenails. It's pretty good. I forgot what they look like.
Yeah.
Somebody asked what was I sipping. It kind of looked like green something, and it is green Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Zero.
Oh, I wish I could drink Gatorade. That stuff will kill me.
It has zero sugar. You
Zero
can.
sugar.
Is it
can.
really?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why
I'm
we
gonna have to try that.
There's two versions: the sugar
I
one.
love Gatorade.
Oh, you'll like the sugar-free one. It's good.
Oh,
10 calories, no sugar, and 0 carbs.
no carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of people out there that just need help. And it's going to take a while to get to them all. But I believe with people in every country and OnPassive, it's if each person, let's say you got 100 founders in each country, those 100 founders are going to do amazing things for your entire country. You already know where the real sore or sad places are. You know, even the United States, we know every big city's got something behind it. Like if you come to Detroit, Detroit's the beautiful city, and you go behind it, it's horrible. I'm going to be the first to say it. I've dropped. Ask Ash Mafara. He was here, 2 days? He said, I'm out of here. It was a bad time for me, but I wanted to pick him up and drive him to the real bad areas where it's just burned houses and nothing, the most beautiful property you ever seen. So that's one of my big plans, to build Detroit back up, build beautiful small homes for families. Just Detroit has such big taxes. That's why a lot of people moved out of there. They couldn't afford the taxes on it, But I think there's ways to talk to every city official. But hey, let's cut some people some breaks. Let's build it up again. Let's get some homes built. Let's get some really nice things put up. And I think they'll work with you. I really do. Anytime a city sees you try to expand them or grow them, they're still going to make money on taxes, but they don't have to make that much money. Come on, think about it. That's how I look at it. So,
speaking of Ash, we did send him the link as well, Marty.
He's probably not going to come on.
Probably busy or not.
He's busy.
Closer to 10 o'clock. I know he's busy.
Yvonne says, can you help these young girls in the village where I was born that are still going through what I went through, says Yvonne Mundi.
Yeah, send me the information. Listen, there's help for everyone when we really get going. This was kind of like I seen William's story, and it caught me by surprise. I've talked to William for probably a couple years, but never really got to know him. Just texting. Chris, he'd show me pictures, and then I really caught on what he was doing, and I really want to help. Yeah, I know there's so many people out there that have these areas, but each and every one of you can do exactly what I'm doing. Get on a live, say, listen, if you're interested in helping out, set it up. Like I said, Cash App, PayPal, all those fun things. People can send you money, and you can donate that money to your cause you want. For me to do all these right now would be impossible. Right now, when bless happenings, it's going to happen all over the world. So I try to get to everybody, but it's not so easy right now.
No. Don't apologize. Look, Chris is one person. If you saw how much this is doing, he's not helping one person. Keep that in mind. He's helping hundreds of people, and hundreds of people that we don't even see, families, mothers, fathers. Listen, when we have hundreds of thousands of people like Chris, maybe not at that level, but they're all going to be giving. I mean, think about that. It's going to make an impact. You got Papua New Guinea, you got Africa, you got India, you got I could go out my front door and find people that are in big trouble.
Guinea, both.
Everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. I don't care what city you live in. You can go down there and find out, oh my God, I can't believe people are living like this. Really. And we get a lot of people out there. I talked to Ash one time when I said, when you have time, or if you ever have time off, what do you do? He goes, well, yeah, it's funny you asked. Yesterday we had 4 hours. And this was months ago. I don't think he has 4 hours anymore. And he said, we went and filled up the car, the SUV, and went out and gave food and water away. And he thought while he was doing it many times, he goes, you know what, with OBLESS, I can leverage that and have millions of people doing that. What an impact that would have. And he's right. He's right. Sure. And another thing, I've had hundreds of people, a lot of people say, can you help me? Can you help me? It breaks my heart that I can't. I can't right now. But once in a while, you get one, and if you get a feeling like this is different. In fact, the guy that I did help, he didn't ask for money. He just wanted his $97. And I said, man, this doesn't make sense. So I asked him why. And that's where that turned into, I'm from here. Our house is half blown up. The windows are gone. I went, well. And another thing you got to do, which sounds sad and scary, but you got to make sure who you're trying to help is who you think they are, right? Because in the middle of the saddest parts of the world are the most devilish, mean, demon-like people that will take advantage of anything in between. I mean, you look at people who are preyed upon, it's always the poor and the weak. Always. They're not preying on billionaires. They're preying on the people that have the least. And they're lucky I'm not in charge of their police force wherever they do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you got to make sure, and I'm sorry, you call it what you want. But all my life, if I got a feeling to do something, I did it. And it always paid off. It always was, and I'm not talking paid off money, paid off, I'm glad I did it. Anytime I felt, you got to do something, like give your money, give something to somebody, they need it. One time a guy was visiting here from a church all the way out in Oklahoma. He's dirt poor. He's so poor he can't pay attention. How he got here, I don't know. But I had $100 to my name, and I mean bank account reading, oh my God. Okay, that account, okay? It was so dry you could see tumbleweeds in my account. I gave it to him. And I gave it to him knowing I have none. The next day, I wound up with double the amount of money from something that happened. Either I overpaid or whatever. Now, I wasn't looking for that, but that happens every time in my life. And it's not always money. I talked to Ash. He talked about they'd be working on something. It looks real big, and the door slams. And because he believes in the Almighty, he said the next door that opened was even bigger and better than the one that closed. Right? I mean, people say, oh, I pray for this, I pray for that, and I didn't get it. You prayed for it so you'd be okay. How about if what you're praying for isn't good for you? That happens. Listen, I don't know what I'd have done if I made a lot of money at 30 or 29 or 25. I might make okay this time, but I'm a little different, okay? I'm still going to have shorts and a freaking T-shirt and a Mad Hatter hat on. But this way, you understand what really matters in life, to give. Me and Chris were blessed to be able to give over the holidays. Best feeling I ever had.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot easier because it wasn't mine to give, but no, I'm just kidding. But it still felt good. It really, really felt good.
What
So
Gene
giving, I believe adds to your health, if you want to know the truth. I think it makes you feel good. I think it's like laughter. It's the best medicine. Giving is the best medicine. And we were meant to do it. People say to me, oh, God, why would he let this world be the way it is? The world he set up was called the Garden of Eden. We decided we didn't want to live there. This nasty we see wasn't made by any God I know. Most of it was made by man. Something happened. Like I said, there's enough money that nobody should be walking without shoes. Nobody should be walking around without water. Then you have another guy, he passes gas and he makes $1 million. Something's wrong. No, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not against people that make money, but we can all lend a hand. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. I'm in OnPassive. I think we all are. If you're a little better than somebody else, grab them and yank them up. That's what we should do. Somebody said, well, what happens if somebody does something wrong with it? That's not my business. Our business is to give. Ash told a story, if you can find the video, when he was talking to his father. And he said to his father, I got a cousin that wants money for a wedding. I don't know what kind of can of worms that might open. His father said, don't worry about that. You'll be remembered for what you gave, not for what you made or what you hold. pretty cool stuff. So you see where his wisdom comes from, and it's true. You can't. Oh, what's he gonna do with it, or what's she? Hey, it's not our business. Better. I didn't come on here to preach, by the way. I wind up doing that every time. I must have a collection plate for Chris's thing. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm done. Chris, you can talk so you don't get echo.
I know we haven't had no echo. You got your headsets back on too. So what'd you do? Mute yourself? You did? I'm just saying it's a good thing. We're trying to build we're trying to get them everything they need. Literally from the buildings are put up. He's building extra buildings, extra rooms. I think you told her about the pregnant lady, a homeless pregnant lady that came into town. He actually took some of those bricks and built her own little house. And I thought that was amazing. But what you didn't know, 367 families in his community in the last year, he's helped with medical expenses. All right. He's done it's not just about his school. It's about his whole entire community. He's got his hands in everything. Literally. He's helping everyone out all the time. It's just not those kids. It's the entire community that he's helping out. And to me, that's amazing to see one individual who started all this, and it's because he came from a poor environment. He just wants it better. Sounds like Ash Mafara. Ash Mafara, if you know his history, he was in one of these areas. He had his parents, but he knows what it's like. This isn't something that people just wake up and say, I want to bless the world. The people that are usually the biggest blessers are the ones that lived that life as a child, seen it, witnessed it, went hungry for 4 or 5 days. And they said as they grow up, man, I don't ever want a kid to have to go through that. I know what it's like. It hurts. It's horrible. But with all the money in this world, there's no reason that anyone should be starving. I don't care. I told you the other day, between the 2,775 billionaires in the world, their net worth is, I wrote down, $13.1 trillion. Now, I don't say, and they do, I'm sure they help, they have their charities and they help out, but $13.1 trillion between a couple thousand people, there shouldn't be one child starving. There shouldn't be one person living on the street unless they want to. All right. If those 2,700 people got together, they themselves could change humanity for the better within weeks, because they will never, ever be able to spend their money. And I give them credit. Bill and Melinda Gates made a vow. We're going to give away all our money because they know that they'll never be able to, that'll never end for them. They have so many things going for them, but they that was their thing is we're going to give away all of our money. And they do. Believe it or not, the Gates, they send a lot of money out to a lot of wonderful charities, which I like that. Now other people say this, I don't care. Listen, there's some people that we all think might be mean, but they donate to a lot of people and help out because they know their buckets, they're not overflowing. They've got houses my size filled with money where they can let someone. Why should it just sit there? When you all become rich or wealthy, don't let it just sit there. All right, you already know what you're going to be able to do, take care of the rest of your life. But think about those people that have never heard about OnPassive or never even had the opportunity to hear. There's still a lot of people out there that never heard of OnPassive whatsoever. It's up to us to let them know, hey, OnPassive is coming, it's here, and it's going to help everyone out. So I'm loving that. All right, you want to go outside? Lynn, Rob, take it over. It's your show. I got to let my dog out.
Wait a minute. It's the RobLynn show? Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry.
No, we're the guests here. We're the guests here tonight. So. Now, we love talking about doing the charitable thing. We've done things in our past, both of us. Lynn has donated her time to the deaf community and over the years, and she did that for decades. I've donated my services to the VA here on a number of times in my past. And I want to comment on one thing Felice said on behalf of the deaf community. I think that's going to be one of our special programs that we're going to try to get involved with OBless. And that's to build a new deaf school here in the Tampa, Florida area, St. Pete, Tampa, and also in Honolulu or on the Big Island, at least in Hawaii. And that's a goal that we think about all the time. Do we have the funds to do it now? Not just yet. Will we have? Maybe so. But we'll continue to do what we can. And it, as you've mentioned, Marty, and Chris mentioned as well, and Ash has said this many times, the feeling of giving is much more, I don't know, it's a great feeling of love, whenever you give, because you're receiving back more than you gave every time.
And Gemma says, a lot of rich people don't think about it, but they have come to terms that they cannot take it with them.
What did I miss?
Opened by Gemma.
A lot of
RobLynn tried to take the show back, but it's probably not going to work.
Let's talk about Connect and how awesome it really is.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You can kiss all this stuff we're on right now. Bye-bye. Thank you. I say this. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, StreamYard, for letting us use your platform to talk about the greatest company in the world, which is OnPassive. Connect, and I'll say it again to all the people who have not seen it yet or been on it. And I'm going to say it. I won't say a bad one, but you're going to be freaking going crazy when you see it because it's that awesome. It's clear. It's like you look at how many have you gone to lately? Have you gone to back to the theater and seen a movie and they got this massive surround sound where like you're watching a Star Wars movie and it sounds like they're zooming right by in spaceship. That's what Connect. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like surround sound, and it's pretty cool. Now, do you need surround sound on a Zoom meeting? But why not? No one else has it. Why not? No one else has 99% of the stuff that we have on Connect. Nobody. And we've only seen a little bit. Ash is only showing us a little bit each week. But it was pretty cool. Just the sound makers. See, I can see people getting in trouble for that one. I'll be hitting all kind of sound makers at meetings going on. You got to be real good who you give that button to. But notice that's the first thing everyone wants in. Oh, where's that sound button at? But all the other stuff that was on there, and we haven't, in the past, we've talked about a lot of products. We brought them out. He's changed them over and over to make them better. People are watching us. People are trying to steal. Some companies have even stole the ideas already from OnPassive, which we know about. We know the letter Zoom. That still was funny to me. That cracked me up when he said it, but that's what it's about, guys. If you have major companies, and who else out there is stealing what we got? But when you got major companies like that saying, why don't we have that? We've been doing this for 10 years? Why don't we have that? Do you understand that, what you're in? When Ash Mafar says we want to stay 5 and 10 years ahead of everybody, there's a proven fact right now the other company wants to steal up the ideas that he already designed and made. That's telling you something. This is one of my favorite things that Ash Mafar said. Out of all the things, I remember this the most. All you people that are contractors for the big tech companies, they come in, they use you and they abuse you, and then they lay you off. Ash says, why would I lay brilliant people off like that? I'm going to keep them because you're going to, hey, you, Sam, over there that just finished that job, keep going. I want it 10 years ahead. He's going to keep these people working. He's going to bring out skills that no one's ever seen because probably a lot of those contractors, when they work for those big corporations, they're not giving away the secrets that they really know. But when they come to OnPassive and see a guy, this guy really cares. Hey, let me show you this. And that's exactly what Ash Mafar is looking for. People that are going to open their minds and really blow the world like, oh my God, that's amazing. The first time people saw color television, way back when, they were amazed. It was amazing. Just because they added color to their television set. I remember. And we had a little clicker. Now you can get on your phone and say, hey, Siri, turn on anything you want. Life as we know it is easier, I think, because of technology. But the amazing thing is everything OnPassive has to offer, it's going to be a big surprise to even us, the founders that have been in here for a while. When you talk about we talked about staff for a while. I truly can't wait to see businesses really work that and say, oh my God, we've been waiting 30 years for something like this. Hearing actual Susie McRae, who was in that field, I loved it. I think that's the greatest thing when you actually get people in that field and said, oh my God, I had to open this. My bosses, I can remember every night, payroll was a pain in the butt. They had to open 10 different things to get this person paid. Then they were there 2 hours extra every night. They hated it. They hated it because of that. Man, boy, we got a better way. We got a better way to organize everything. I think that's what every product is about in OnPassive, just to make your life easier, so you could take a breath. No more stress. We got enough stress in the world. Why do you want to go to a job and be more stressed out? And I think he thought about that. I think Ashbafar said, people are already stressed out. Why would we want them to come to the world and be more stressed? I think he thought about that stuff. He thought about stuff because he lived it. He's seen it. And I think that's why he does most of the stuff. Oh, no. We got to do better. I'm even going to bet some of the things he's got right now, he's probably saying, not good enough. I need it better. I need it better. And maybe that's why Ashbafar is taking a little longer, because he's working for us. And I'm like, boss, brother, you don't like when I call him boss, brother, take as much time as you want. We'll keep the crowd down. We'll let him know, hey, he's working for you. But that's the key, guys. You don't need to text me every day, hey, what's going on? Lots of work is going on. Ashbafar, the tech team, O-Media, Mohammed Kamal is working their butts off right now to make sure that we smile every day the rest of our lives. That's a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Marty, RobLynn, back to somebody.
Marty, look at what O Connect is doing for the world. It's not just a pretty website. It's not just a pretty webinar. It's going to have Academy. It's going to have all the other O's that are good for humanity within it. And it would not surprise me, and Ash has said this before, war has got to go. The country, the world is spending trillions of dollars to kill each other. What the heck? That's not God's plan. No. That's people's plan. And the people need to get their heads out of their tushy. Sorry, I said that. I didn't say ass. Oh,
that was a good word. That tushy's a good word.
And get to work on getting along. For goodness sake. It's so much easier to get along with people. It's so much easier to shake hands than punch you in the mouth. But a lot of people around the world don't get it. It's so much easier to hold hands.
Rob, I say this and not to be mean. Most of the haters in the world are almost dead. The racists, they're pretty much gone, even though there's a few. All right, these militant people that think they should destroy the whole world so they can have control, they're all going to die. Sooner or later, they're going to die, and we're not going to. Hopefully, we have enough education in us to tell the younger generation, this is how the life should never be. Men and women of every country have died because of wars. And we say, Marty's brothers, Vietnam, or brother. I mean, if you think about it, I understand why old men want to start wars. Most of it's because of money, and they invest into the right things and make them more rich. But is a life really worth it? If you think about it, I understand wars are for a reason, but man, it just seems outrageous to me that so many people died. If you look, you go to the veterans in Washington, that memorial, when I went in there, first time ever, I was in tears looking at these 19, 20-year-old kids who went over and fought for something. And you start asking yourself questions. What do we really fight wars for? Because it's usually one crazy man at the top that wants everyone gone because they didn't like them. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but teach your kids the right way. Don't teach them hate. If we can teach our kids better, we can educate our kids better, that will all go away because they're going to change the world. We're starting. Most of the haters, like I said, are dying. Bye. Sorry about it. Good riddance. We don't need you no more. And that's sad for me to say that, but it's the truth. We got enough hate in this world. We don't need any more. Let's help people. It's all it takes is a little bit. It takes a lot of agreeing to disagreeing with no guns, no cannons, no bombs, no bullets. It just takes a little bit of saying to say, you know what? I don't agree with you, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. That would be so much nice. And we wouldn't need all these presidents and political idiots and People that think that they're telling us the right way, how to live, they've never taught us the right way and how to live. I'll be honest with you. So, all right, I better get off. I'm getting political. Don't want to do that. Marty!
Marty, come in, Marty.
What?
What do you want?
What do you want? I'm not doing that again. I lost my voice yesterday doing that. No, you know about. I went to Russia 2000. Actually, in 2002. And the World Trade Center went down in 2001. The world was kind of shaky back then. But I went there. I was kind of nervous about going because I was going to Siberia. I couldn't believe I was living a joke. But anyway, I went to Siberia and I met Russian people in a small, it was a town. I can't, Kishtim was the name of the town, but I can't remember exactly where it was at. It was about 1,000 miles west of Moscow. Anyway, went there and it looked like it was 100 years old. Looked like everything stopped 1940s, 1930s. The buildings looked old. Just everything was old. A lot of old people, really, really old people. And sitting on the side selling beans. The cattle would just walk across the street. And I worked for the company I worked for owned the town. They owned the whole town. They owned the restaurants, they owned the bars, so they ran everything. And the company was kind of how would I say it? Mafia, Russian mafia style. And the people who I was there for a few months, I went out to the restaurant and I started meeting people. And I found out there that we have no beef with Russian people. Absolutely zero. They are fascinated with America. They consider America almost a fantasy place to be. Guy asked me how many cars you have. I said two. He goes, "Oh my God," you know what I mean? And it was sad because I'm thinking at the same time, me being who I am, I'm analyzing that we are making bombs that cost millions of dollars a bomb to kill people that we have no beef with. It's just ridiculous. Then you realize it's the leaders of the countries that create these messes. And listen, let's face the facts. Why does a country, back in the 70s, for example, in late 80s, my brother was killed in 68. He was in Vietnam 28 days. He was a ranger, uh, second lieutenant. He was there 28 days, got killed. And why would they send 18 to 22-year-old kids? You know why? Because they could be molded to do something they don't want to do. You know they're not going to go to a 35, 40-year-old guy, me at my 40s, and go, okay, we want you to go fight this war. It's not a war, by the way. People die in it like war, but it's not really a war. It's a police action. 58,000 people died in this police action. Okay, there's no front line. We're fighting people that they're in front of you and behind you. You can't fight in certain areas. It was just a joke, an absolute waste of life. Now, if you went to a 35, 40-year-old guy and said, I want you to go do that, he'd say, pack sand. I'm not going anywhere. Nobody would go. But back then, they even had a draft. Well, you're picked. It was a lottery that you did not want to win. And people went. And many, many people died. Yeah, go ahead. And then when I realized I'm talking to the people, how nice they were. And all they want, newsflash to everybody, is the same thing everybody wants. They want to take care of their family. They want to take care of their kids. They'd like to have a better life for their kids than they had. But I'll give you an example. I was at work. I was a project manager. I had people working for me from Czech Republic, England, United States, and the Russians, obviously, and we built a new plant for them, and I had to go there and help get the equipment started and train the people. Anyway, we were there one night and they have this big sprocket goes and this stuff called woods metal. It looks like mercury, but it's a liquid metal, very high conductivity, great for electroplating. We electroplated. We made copper foil for the circuit board industry. But it's super expensive. I mean, super, super, super expensive. But you have to clean it. You clean the slag off the top of it. You get rid of it, and you have to refresh it once in a while. It's expensive, but you got to refresh it because if you don't, it does evaporate. And the lower it gets down in this thing where the connection is, the higher the voltage goes because the surface area is getting smaller and smaller. So one of the maintenance guys walked over and said, "Whoa, that's really low." So he has to go report to the boss. I have to add more woods metal because they don't let you do squat because it costs money. They want everything for nothing. It's a government. It's a government-run company. I wasn't there. I was there, but I wasn't next to them when it happened. They said, "No, you clean it up and reuse some that you have." Well, if you reuse it a lot, it doesn't work. 3 hours later, it blew up. It blew that ring out. The ring cost $600 by itself. The downtime of knocking all the equipment is, oh my God, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars. Lights kicked out, knocked the plant down. I knew what it was when I heard it. So we go over there, and the guy had just popped out of the hole because he saw something was about to happen. And the guy's yelling at him in Russian. The Russian supervisors wore military outfits. And he was yelling at him. I don't care what language it is. You know he's yelling, okay? Even though the Russians sound like they're talking in reverse. And he's screaming at the guy. And then he left. The guy kind of had his head down. Then they had a meeting with the maintenance and all that. That night, I was in a pub, the Bistro it was called. And I'm in there and I see that guy. And I had an interpreter with me. And I said, "Hey, call him over here." So he called him over and he said hello and he shook my hand. He doesn't have a belt. He has a rope to keep his pants up. They make $100 a month. That's it. And I asked him to ask him what happened today. What did the company do? They yelled at him and they took 35% of everybody in maintenance's pay away for a month. So 65% of 100, $65. They're already dirt poor. I said, okay. So I reach in my pocket. I give them $200 or $300, whatever, few months pay. I go back to the company next day and I'm madder than a freaking. I'm going to change freaking Russia all of a sudden, right? So I call a meeting. We get together and the plant manager's there and the interpreter's there. And I said, "Look, I'm going to say some stuff. I want you to say exactly what I say." "What do you mean?" "Exactly what I say with the same inflection. If I yell, I want you to yell." Oh my God, you can see his face. I said, "Don't worry, they know it's from me." So I wasn't pleasant. Can't tell you what I said because it's before 12. I don't normally talk that way, but I found out with the Russians, they're kind of bullish. You have to pretend to be a bully to get their attention. I said, "What kind of crap is this? You charge this guy, you charge the whole company." I said, "I think that is horrible." "Well, this is the way we do things," and then they interpret back and all that. Okay. So I get together with everybody that's working there. And we collect money and pay all the maintenance people their full salary for the month. Now they don't know it. The company doesn't know it. I don't want to get them in trouble, but that's what we wound up doing. But it goes back to say this big empire that we hate and we can't wait, it's them against us. It's a bunch of old, poor people. That's who they are. You look at Moscow, you see a few fancy people. guys, when you go to any country in the world, when you get back, you will kiss the ground when you're in that plane lands. Because we live in the best country in the world by far, even if we're a mess, and we are a mess. So be happy who we are. But never look at some other country and listen to the media and say they're the evil empire, because it's just not true. I've met people in Iran that are the best people I ever met. I met people in Japan, unbelievably kind. I met people in UK. I met people in Brussels. I met people in France. I met people in Germany. I met people in Taiwan. Super nice people. Everywhere I went, you break through all the crap, and they're the same as you. That's the best thing I could have ever done, because it changed my whole outlook on how I look at stuff. Because you get that stuff fed into your head. This guy's bad. This guy's bad. It's not true. And I'm only saying that from my own experience. But that's the best thing that ever happened to me, is to go live in somebody else's area and realize, I ain't got it so bad. Right? My worst day, this is sad. My worst day is better than more than 2 or 3 billion people on the planet on my worst day. And that goes for a lot of us. Anyway, that's all I have right now. Chris, go ahead! Like he always said to me.
He's chafing at the bit.
I got nothing but happiness. That's it. All I got is happiness right now. You see me, I'm working on donations right now. People are sending them, so I'm trying to keep that in track. It goes on. It's been going on really good. A lot of countries just jumping up. I just want to thank everybody for this, because listen, eventually, sooner or later, you're going to run into someone in your life that's going to need something like this. And be very thankful that you got to pass the backyard to help them out. Normally, an average person making a few bucks a year can help out maybe a little bit. But like I said, 400 kids right now. Actually, it's thousands and thousands of kids, because the bigger we build this school up, and I mean buses picking the kids up, no more walking. You see how little those kids are. We've seen the 12-year-olds today. There's 3- and 5-year-old kids just sitting there in class, and they're teaching them how to speak English or the chart. I mean, it's just amazing. So I'm really speechless about it. Just like, thank you. Keep it going. Let's get them where it's at. When you get the links, everyone is going to be able to bless anyone they want. That's the greatest thing. But this is just showing me that not only did you talk the talk, but you're walking the walk right now. All right. When I started the Angels list 2.5 years ago, I'm like, okay, people, that's great. They want to be part of something. I know who have really come out of the woodwork now. I know the people that are blessing people, helping people, and I'm loving that. And like I said, I used to say, oh, my numbers are going down. Sometimes, when you're doing things to help people, it takes a little responsibility. It takes a little bit of work. And if you don't want responsibility and you don't want a little bit of work to help someone out, man, then go fishing. Go fishing. Let me have all the fun. All right, let me have all the fun. Come on. If you don't want to do it, I'm telling you right now, it's every day is a great day when I wake up to say, oh, my God, look at these people donating. I know Papua New Guinea, what they were going through. And when they sent me over $1,200, I'm like, wow, the struggles, and they're still sending money for why? And you can ask if what's her name? I forgot. Vinny, not Vin. She has a different name. Who?
Vavine.
Sorry, Vavine. Papua New Guinea, Vavine. She wrote on there that this reminds me of me growing up in Papua New Guinea. Same thing, guys. Can you imagine the changes that OnPassive, not me, the world of OnPassive is going to make changes to every country in the world. And I vow to be at every one of those changes just to see it happen. All right. That will be fun for me. Where I want to travel, I get to travel and I get to help and I get to see, oh my God. I remember that was all. It's like people looking at Dubai. 30 years ago, this was desert. A few camels, what did Ash say? And now, 20, 30 years later, it's unbelievable. That's what you're going to see in Papua New Guinea. This is what you're going to see in Africa. Maybe you won't see the cities built like Dubai, but you'll see running water, plumbing, Maybe if they have no electricity, a whole building set up with generators that can do everything they want. All it takes is a little bit of money, guys, to do these things. And when you've got, and listen, we're starting with probably about 1 million founders, let's say 800 to 1 million founders. All right. $1 from each person. Imagine as this company grows, that 1 million turned into 5 million, 10 million. Can you imagine? There's going to be nothing in our way. You need help? Boom, we're there. That's the power of this. This is the greatest power in the world. It's nothing but beautiful love. There's no evil in it. Wow. When's the last time you heard a guy say, hey, we're going to go to Africa and make sure that there's no one's drinking dirty water anymore? We're gonna get rid of malaria. Because why? Because we're gonna fix their drinking system. Guess what? It's easy, folks. You know why it's easy? Because it has to be done. And everything is easy if you just go out and do it. We think it's hard because the last 100 years, governments have failed us. It's time the people got up and said, hey, we know how to. There are so many people in this family right now that are engineered in the brain that they can hook up a water system, electricity like it's nothing. I'm looking for you. All right. There's a lot of Williams out there. We just got to find them, but they're there. They're there. I promise you that. It's just about finding them. And then the rest is easy. You take William, he says, what did he say today, Marty, right? What do you need? Chris, exact words. You give me the funding, nothing's impossible. I'll get it all done. I think I heard Ash Mafar. I think I said that earlier. I'm probably losing my mind because these things are sticking in my head. What guy said, hey, Chris, here's a guy in the middle of Africa, dry heat, sand. Chris, you give me the funding, I'll do it all. I'll get it done. I promise you that. Boom. And he's sending me pictures. Man, we can use some of these buses to pick these kids up. I'm all over that, dude. Hold on. Let me get him a soccer ball first. You see those kids today? Ask Marty. He saw the same video. Were they kicking a rock? I said, oh, no. They're not kicking rocks no more. Let's get him a real soccer ball. Let's get him a goalie net. Matter of fact, let's get him 2 goalie nets. William's building room after classroom. He's building houses. He's digging holes. All that's going on. He's still educating these kids, and they're working around. Like around here, if there's a construction, it's loud because there's machinery going bam, crank, hit. Those kids are still studying every day, watching this all happen. And they're thinking, wow, look at that. I mean, their own little bathroom, girls and boys. Before it was probably just you walk in there and you could actually see the old one. There's really not a roof on it. There was really no coverage or, protective when they're going to the bathroom. Kind of scary. But now he's going to have a boys and a girls section. Oh, man, you can't ask for any better. You cannot ask for any better. And that's all it took. It took one guy, William, to do this. And he got people that thought like him. Now he's got 14, I think total 14 teachers, including himself. And that's going to build. You know how many educators in Africa who maybe don't have a job and want to teach kids are going to start moving over to Rwanda, say, we can help. Hey, William, we can help. Let's do this. But that's one area in Africa. There's so many areas in Africa I'm finding out that are in so need of help. And that's what we're supposed to do. That's all Ash Mafar wants. He wants you to be successful and wealthy, but he wants you to help out. I don't care what any of you think. Ash Mafar's main reason is we got to start being nice to people. We got to start helping people that have been on the ground so long that they don't even look up anymore. Let's change that outlook for everyone. And every one of us has the potential to do this. So don't think you can't. You don't got to have a big mouth like me. All you got to do is care about people. That's the thing. Big mouths don't do nothing but blah. But a big heart and caringness will take you many places. And people don't forget you like that, man. When I die, I hope I have a zillion people saying, wow, Chris did a lot of nice things. And I don't want anyone at my funeral saying, yeah, you remember that SOB did it? No. They're going to say, Chris went out and did the best he could and tried. And he helped people. Did I always help people? No. I think I gave $5, helped a few guys out here, helped some families out, but nothing like this, folks. Nothing. I got support. I got an army of support. And it's the greatest army in the world. They're not hurting anybody. We're building people up. We're not knocking them down. We're firing roses and rainbows and marshmallows, not bullets and bombs. We're changing the world to build it up, not blow holes in it. So jump on this wagon. It's a great wagon to be on, and help me out conquer everything that's wrong in this world, because I swear to God we can do it. You just got to want to do it. And that's it. There's Vaveen, Benny. All right, I'm done. I'm getting hoarse again.
All right. Well, we're in the 2-hour mark. I don't know if you guys want to keep going. We're here for the night. So
I can't wait to see my phone bill, Rob. I've been doing this hotspot. Oh, I guarantee I'm going to have a $2,000 phone bill this month. I guarantee it.
Unlimited?
You don't have an unlimited plan?
I thought I did, but I unlimited it. I lost power for a week. I was on it every day, every night. And they said, I noticed my phone was starting to get a little slow. And they said, hey man, you're using every date. I think you're using
Chris, see if you have internet now.
Let me check. Well, I have to look on here. They said 1 o'clock and then 6:30. And they're going to send me a text. They're going to send me, Marty, I'm going to send you someone that wants a refund right away. I'll send it to you later. Let me see. I got to figure out where I'm at on here. I got to go back to Safari. Let me see. Boom.
Hey, Rob, what's your hat say?
Wait, let's put it in. Wait, let me put it here.
Put it in the big.
Hey, not my big head.
Passive.
Phenomenal, prominent, philanthropic. That's how we do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Definition of philanthropic.
Oh, bless, brother.
Is that what that means?
Philanthropic is the art or the act of giving.
All right. See, that's why I said I've never seen that word. I like it.
Oh, wow.
Philanthropist is someone that helps just to help, not to gain anything back. Someone that just gives to give.
Your example is Bill Gates. He's a philanthropist.
Yeah. Oh, philanthropist. Did I get your head back up there? Put your head back up there.
Marty, you asked, and now we got Chris confused.
I know that word. I read it wrong.
Philanthropist.
I thought you were saying you were a dinosaur bone doctor or something. What's that word? A polyagist or whatever?
What is it? Phenomenal,
prominent, and philanthropic.
Philanthropic.
Ah, okay. I just never heard the last part. Tropic.
Tropic. Oh, it's like an adjective.
Yeah.
Philanthropic is the adjective.
I can guarantee I'm not going to try to say it. Okay. The unicorn might say it, but I'm not saying it.
Sandman Marty.
Well,
Sandman.
we just look at anything to do with giving is all bless. There's no doubt about it.
And it is
make a difference. It is making a difference already.
Everything about bless is not what they think. Everybody talks money, but it's value. When they talk about the digital products, the physical products, it's not what it is. It's about giving.
Yeah.
All that's going to happen anyway. No, they all add up to the main goal.
Marty, do you remember when we kind of first started really getting into bless, and we said, man, we're introducing new people as founders, and the worst thing you want to do is bring in people and say, hey, we're going to give all your money away through bless.
I know.
Remember that? I said, yeah, I guess we got to look at that differently, stay around. But now, the Bill Gates.
Well, I mean, all the last founder has been in since June 23rd or 22nd, so they know what's up. I mean, you don't want to go out and share the business. Hey, I got a business for you, and guess what? You're gonna make a lot of money. You can give it all away. They'll join quick.
Well, you think about it. I mean, Chris Johnson, Daddy. That's funny. That's funny, Marty. Let's give an example here, and I like giving hypotheticals. Let's say you make $30,000 a year, which is an average income for a lot of people. All right, it's it's not a fair wage anymore, but let's say 30,000 there, and you join OnPassive, and 2 years later, after you get your links, hypothetically, my words, you're quadrupling that money that you made in a year. but you might be making that in a month. You still glad you joined up for OnPassive? I mean, that $97 was thinking, that's how I thought about it, really. One account might pay, back when we talked about numbers and we weren't supposed to, and we did, but it made a lot of people think, if someone, let's say in Africa, where William's at, and they might make $10 a week selling fruit. But I don't know if I know in Colombia, that's how it is. And you told that person, listen, I got you in OnPassive. I got you positioned. You're going to be amazed. Here's a 90-year-old man pushing the cart 12 hours a day selling lemons and limes in Colombia. I witnessed this myself. I talked to the guy. 12 hours a day in the hot sun. Hot sun. How much you make? $30 a week. Wow, $30 a week. And I'm thinking, can you imagine if that guy made $100 a week, now $70 more without sitting in the sun 12 hours a day selling limes and lemons? Or maybe now he's making $500 a week for doing nothing. He now can sit there and be with his wife, not be away. Well, maybe he wants to be away from his wife for 12 hours. I don't know. But now he can go do things with his family. Or maybe go fishing. That's the possibilities of OnPassive. Regardless what you make now, it's going to be a lot different later. People say, Chris, well, how do you know this? I know it because of number one, the products I've seen and what I know about and the percentages of people. Something brand new, you can use the iPhone. You can use the brand new car that just came out that everyone wants, even though you should never buy a first-year car. Everyone wants it. They want to be the first. Same thing in OnPassive. We broke the rules. Oh, someone said something because they wanted to be number one saying it first. That's like addictive to everyone in the world. I want to be the first. Hey, look what I pulled. I pulled up a brand new Mustang. Big motor. Vroom, vroom. I was number one to get it. Everyone can see me. That's what the world is. OnPassive doesn't need to be number one because there's no one behind us, no one in front of us, no one on the side of us. OnPassive is there to help people. Will we be I think the number one business company in the world? Absolutely, I do, because of that giving aspect. But you take a guy that makes $30 a week, tell him he's going to make $100 a week, and then a month he'll be making $5,000 a week. You want to talk about people's lives changing? Just promise me this. I've been saying this for a long time. When those apples start flowing, money has a way of making you do bad things. Stay who you are. Stay humble. All right. Money has destroyed people because they let it. Money could be your best friend if you're blessed with it. Do good things. Don't do nothing wrong. Stay exactly. If you stayed that $30 a week guy, but you're making millions of dollars now, you're the best guy in the world. But think back where you were and where you're going to be. That's the most important part. Right now, where you are, and we're definitely going to give Marty a doctor because he needs to go there with that cough, but think where you're at right now. Maybe you're making $30,000 a year. Maybe you're not making any money because you got laid off. Maybe your job was shut down because the virus so bad they lost everything. They couldn't hire people back. It's all going away, guys. OnPassive is coming to save you. I don't care what anyone says. All the naysayers can say what you want. It's the best thing this world's ever going to see. And no one's going to, well, we don't care if anyone comes. We want people to come close to us because that means they're doing it the right way, right? OnPassive is going to lead millions of businesses in the right direction. No more of the bad stuff, man. I'm so tired of turning on the news and seeing something bad. Another kid was shot. Another school shooting. God, I don't want to see that no more. Stop bullying people. Number one, create wealth and happiness in your own life and help people that don't have that. But boom, the world is better already. Can you feel it? Open your front door. Take a big sniff. That's called OnPassive. Look at, you got Lysol or Febreze. There's a new scent in town. It's called OnPassive. Take a deep breath because it cleans up a lot of things. Just remember that. There's a new scent in town. It's called OnPassive. We're not here to show anyone up. We're just here to show you a better way. We got a better mousetrap, folks. That's all I got. Now I'm going to pay a $5,000 bill now.
I hope not.
Oh, it's going to be Highland. It's been a while.
You should see if you can
Okay.
adjust your plan, though. Call them and adjust your plan. You can still do it.
I thought I had unlimited. I guess I don't, but it's still going. So it's still going.
They haven't shut you off yet.
No, this morning I got cut off. That was horrible, but it's okay.
They're not going to shut them off. They're thinking about their retirement.
Yeah. There's a reason for everything, man. I really believe in that.
No, but Lynn's right. Call them and tell them you want to switch your plan because you didn't, because you weren't sure if you have it or not. You may not have to pay that big bill.
Yeah. Well, and it can't be that bad.
They give you some grace if you tell them right away.
Is it a major carrier? You don't have to say the name, but
No, I have Sprint or whatever it is. AT. I don't know what it is. They all joined together.
well, Sprint is now T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
Well, and I had stopped by T-Mobile just out of curiosity, and they've got all sorts of unlimited plans now. And we don't have T-Mobile, but as a T-Mobile or Sprint or whatever you had before that
Right.
Customer, you have the opportunity to change your plan even now. So
Yeah,
do it.
I think I have unlimited, to be honest, but I've been using. I pay for my daughter's phone. I pay for 2 more phones after that. So it's expensive no matter what. And you know what? If I didn't have it, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. So I'm thankful that I have it, to be honest with you. If I got to pay for it, that's fine. No biggie.
All right.
Okay.
No biggie.
Pay for mine too.
I'll send you a super sticker, Marty. Chris Johnson, Daddy. Will you get that off there?
Who put
You gotta
that?
say Chris Johnson's daddy. Get that S on there. What are you, Julie Wen?
Oh,
Chris.
Oh,
Come on.
wow.
Stop it.
oh.
You're in big trouble, buddy.
Yeah. He
And
knows
if she didn't hear it, she's going to. You know what I mean?
Guarantee it.
Someone's gonna tell her. Oh,
Someone keeps texting me. They want me to do, hey. There you go.
There it is.
Listen, my ears hurt when I even do it. So that's just for whoever keeps texting me. I don't see your
I
name.
bet
on
you're
it.
really glad you started that a few years ago, huh?
You know what? Tell them about Bangladesh, Marty. Tell about Bangladesh when I started doing that. We first went to Bangladesh. I said, Marty, you're not going to believe this. Watch. We get on there. I open my bike and I said, hey, I do my hey thing. And it's like the crowd goes wild. And then at the end of the webinar, what do? They all turn their microphone, and all you heard was a 500 to 1,000 Bangladesh all saying, hey. It was hilarious. I loved it.
It was so funny hearing them because it doesn't come out right. It's like,
No.
hey. I'm like, come on. You can do better
Oh,
than that.
Dave Roseski sent me the definition of philanthropy. I know what that one is. It was the word they had on their hat I never seen. Yeah, it is spelled that way. Very interesting.
Well, say the definition so everybody can hear.
Oh, hold on. Let me go back to it. Man, you're asking a blind guy to read these. Hey, Dave, send me some blow-ups, will you? This is a philanthropy. The desire to promote the welfare of others, expressed especially by the generous donation of money to good causes. Boom. Now your name, I don't see that name. That's why. Here it is. Same, man loving is what that means. It's the Greek philanthrop. I don't even know how to say it. But that's a Greek word you have on your hat. You know that?
Yes, I'm an equal opportunist.
And that means man loving.
Meaning,
Well, once again, it comes right back to bless. That's
Yeah,
man and woman loving.
It's definitely a good message.
loving humankind, in other words.
Here's one that says ding dong, and there's Marty's picture there. I can't figure that one out.
Chris is the
Marty!
Fresh Prince of Michigan, says David Rozowski.
Fresh Prince of Michigan.
Yeah, the Fresh Prince of Michigan. Marty, did you see the new picture I sent you? Dave Roseski made. It's kind of funny, actually.
I saw it. He made me Ted Bundy.
He made you Ted.
No, Al Bundy. Al Bundy.
If you're
Ted
wondering,
Bundy's-
I shared it. I shared it
Ted
on my
Bundy's a
Facebook. You
sick-
guys can go look at it.
Ted Bundy's a serial killer. I don't want to be that.
You don't want to be Ted Bundy. No.
And I want to straighten something out. I got a guy that sends me, is this true? OnPassive is one of the sponsors for the concert this weekend. They're not the only sponsor. They're one of the sponsors at the Coca-Cola of the ladies singing. Everyone keeps sending me that.
Listen, the name of the center that they're performing at is called the Coca-Cola Center.
Yeah.
We are one of the sponsors. Yes, that's it.
Period.
We're in there with that. We're in that with that company that we signed a contract with. What? I can't think of
Best
the name.
moment events.
Best moments
Yes.
event.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what we're part of. So people get, wait, we're going in with Coke. No, Coca-Cola's the name of the stadium. It's just
Yeah, we're not partnered with Coca-Cola, guys. We could be
no.
later in life. I think we will be.
Well, I don't know if we'd want to down. I don't know if we'd want to downgrade like that.
You guys are hitting the zingers now.
Good Lord. Let me see. No, I still
Chris,
don't got-
let's let them wrap this up, man.
Yeah, like I got to go take a shower and it's almost bedtime. I got another hour. That's okay. I'm good. We're good. RobLynn, thank you for having us on. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you guys very much, and we'll continue.
You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn, RobLynn. Maybe you're not gonna invite us so quickly. See, we hijacked your show. Oh, Chris
It's okay.
did.
It's all one great big pot.
We have
I
fun with
tried
you.
to stop.
Everybody loves it. After the show is done, we get a lot of good feedback because we had fun.
Yeah, Lynn gets a lot of texts after
Yeah.
the RobLynn Lives.
Well, I'll
Whenever
tell
we
you
have
what.
a
You
text.
guys want to get a lot of views? What we'll do is the time that we're not on camera, I should tape me and Chris.
Tape us
Because-
with duct tape.
yeah. Guaranteed you're going to get views. Now, I want to make sure you don't let anybody you really love watch it. No, I'm just kidding.
I do have one question though. Honestly, I want to. Has Davina been to all these parts of the world that she makes the posters of? I'd like to know that question.
Well, Davina's still on, I believe. She's in Colorado, so she's
No, I know where she lives, but when she does these pictures for your backdrop, I want to know if she actually been to some of these places or all of them or none of them. I'd like to know that. Davina.
Let's see what she has to say. And Gemma says to you, Chris, stop picking on my Marty.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
thinking
you
on
very
Marty.
much. Gemma, thank you. You don't know what it's like. I have trouble sleeping at night. Treats me so bad.
I think I'm gonna have Narelle call you and give you a Betty Bye story. We got to do that
Yeah.
tonight, by the way.
I think we'll have fun when you guys are on, and that's the name of the game. We don't want to be too heavy, don't want to be too serious. We provide information, but also motivation, inspiration, and laughter, right, honey? That's what this is all about. Keeping it light.
I don't think this is funny at all.
And another question I got asked all week is, are we doing the Zoom for that show on Saturday? And the answer to me that mine out is no. That's totally different. That's a whole nother area, guys.
Yeah. I don't know why
People think that that's going to be a webinar. It's not going to be a webinar. No.
No. It's a show from some famous singers going there. They were just highlighting the idea that our name will be there as like a, like a co-host or whatever you want to call it. Not a host, but a sponsor type thing.
It's huge for OnPassive. It's huge for OnPassive, but people take. You remember how when you were a kid and you said something in someone's ear, and then they said it the next, and by the time it got to the end of the line, it was what really one was said was it's a red ball. And by the time it got to the end of the line, is the guy doesn't have his hat on backwards and he's got red eyes and a blue cheeks. I mean, that's how it works. People hear things in OnPassive and they blow it up to something it's not, and then they spread it out. And next thing you know, we're getting in trouble. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. And I tell you another thing we should do sometime. We have to definitely go through them first, but there's a lot of bloopers things that happened in the last 4 years.
Go for that.
Oh,
It would be fun.
I mean,
That'd be great.
unbelievable. Like a hot mic.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I want to tell everybody: when you get O Connect, it picks up every word you say.
That'd be
Okay.
helpful, right.
Yeah, because I forgot my mic was on, and Chris, my little brother, said something, and I just mumbled, idiot. Right? It
Surround
was that
sound.
quiet. I just said, "Oh, that idiot."
Surround sound. Surround
Yeah,
sound.
and ask us, pick that up, Mr. DeGarmo. And I went, oh my
I remember that was funny.
God.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing everybody back here tomorrow evening. We may have a special guest or two. We're not sure just yet, but we'll have another fun topic. And please, if anyone needs help migrating, don't hesitate. Migrate, please, and we'll help you if we can. If we can't, someone else.
Let me add something too, Rob. I'm sorry. Listen, this is no doubt. This worked for me. Unbelievable. I'm gonna do it for the rest of the week. I went to my OES and I went to the ones that aren't migrated. And I took their name and I put it in Facebook and did a search. Then I go down, there might be 4 or 5 people with the same name. You go to the one where they say something about OnPassive. I went in, I sent him a message and said, hey, Frank, you have a position here that you didn't migrate. And I give him the email. A couple minutes later, he wrote back and said, oh my gosh, I didn't know I had that position. I'll do it right now. And he did. I sent 4 and 2 of them migrated. Yeah. So think about doing that because a lot of people came into OnPassive, like it or don't like it, through Facebook. And you might punch it in. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it all weekend with Mike and mine and Dan's. And I was amazed. And 2 out of the 4, and 2 of them didn't answer yet. I told him, he said they're not going to. But the 2 out of the 4, both of them said, oh, I didn't know I had that account. And one of them had 2 accounts.
50% ain't too shabby, pal.
No.
And you know another way you could do it, just like this. You write him an email. By the way, since you do not want to migrate, I'm going to get your first 500 customers and resellers. Thank you very much. Please don't migrate. Oh, they're going to migrate real fast. Trust me.
Well, here's the problem with the email. The email that you would have for them is going to be their email that they created to be a founder. So more than likely, they're not answering that email. But if you take their name and find them, it really, really, I'm sorry I butted in, but it happened to me this morning. And while as soon as I got done writing, the guy wrote back and said, oh, wow, I didn't know, Marty, thanks. So.
No,
you missed what Vavina said. Did you see that? Put that one back, Lynn. When you get don't fart. Well, you know when Marty farts, his hat goes, ooh, ooh.
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure I said it loud enough. He is an idiot in case anybody's got a microphone or a problem with their speakers.
Well, we want to thank everybody for being here, you guys, as well as everybody from around the world. With this new time, and we want to be totally transparent, we lost a few folks that just can't make it. There's just no way because it's middle of the day, night, whatever. But the majority of people, even those who said they couldn't make it, are here. And we're very blessed for that. And thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, I just posted that picture of me and Marty. I thought I posted. I missed it. Now go look. It's kind of funny.
Just let it go.
Don loves these pictures.
Wait a minute. Tina Go says, just stop it, Chris.
Yeah.
It's no fun if I can't have fun. All right. I got to get in the shower.
Tomorrow, let's see. 11 will be Red, likely, and 11:30 you, Chris, and noon Marty, right?
Yep. Hopefully I got internet back.
Minced with what? Minced with OnPassive? Is that the one?
Who? Did Davina ever answer that question?
No, not She may be resting. I don't know, but Lenny will ask her that. They speak every day, so she'll ask her in the morning.
Okay.
My gut feeling is she has been to some of those countries because she was born outside the United States. So,
Okay.
likely she has been other places. So that's about it.
Yep.
Any last words?
Yeah. Chris, you fill in the blank. You ready?
Yep.
And be honest. Chris is a
Sweetheart of a guy.
Okay, now you fill in the blank. Marty is a
She's
friend
talking.
of Chris Johnson.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Wait a minute. Why did Marty cross the road? He was stuck to the chicken. That's what I was supposed to say.
you didn't even get that right.
What did the little fish say when he ran into the wall?
Oh, come on.
Damn!
I told him that joke 2 weeks ago. It's pretty funny. I told Shorty that joke, if you remember right.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't know you did. And he comes up and he goes, "Hey, pop up. What? What'd the fish say when he hit the wall?" I don't know. He goes, "Damn!" And I go, "Where'd you hear that at?" That big-headed guy, Chris. I went, "Oh, okay." Never listened to him. He's bad. Those are the guys pop up tells you to stay away from. They pull up in vans and they look like him.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to really wrap it up.
I
He
think
keeps
so.
trying to shut it down. Anyway, yep, I'll see you all.
Shut down.
We've been here
Thanks for coming. I had fun.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
yeah, I had a great time. Hopefully our people did. We didn't lose anybody since you came on. So.
How many people are watching us goofballs today?
Chris, you're going to get a shower and you already pulled your pants down. Oh, wait, no, that's you.
There was 162 at the height and
Nice.
averaged about 150, which is good. That's
Nice.
good.
Yeah,
So-
not
That's a
bad
good
at all.
number.
And we'll get more
Chris.
and more as people figure out we're on at 8 p.m. And I think it's an appealing time. So I think we'll get more and more coming over time.
And we
It was
appreciate
climbing up the hill until Chris came on.
Until Chris came on, he said we're fine.
Anyway, we appreciate what Red and you guys do as far as, blitzing it out there about us. We appreciate it.
And feel free to come on, Chris and Marty, to give us updates on the fundraiser.
Okay.
Because you come
Yeah,
in.
you got to invite somebody that's fun we can mess with tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Gotta pick someone new. Pick
Work on
someone new every day.
Who's the next victim?
Let me think, Chris. Who could we double team tomorrow, like WWF?
Oh, I can think of a bunch of people I can get. Dave Rosletsky.
Yeah, but they would never come on with me and you. So
Yeah, they will. Yeah, Dave Rosletsky. We can bring Narelle on and you can sing her bedtime stories or read her bedtime stories.
Oh my God.
We can bring Red from the Dog Whisperer.
Only problem is it's 2 a.m. for Red, a little bit late in the night.
Yeah. He doesn't like us that much.
He doesn't.
If 5 o'clock was tough for him, darn well that 2 o'clock would be tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, RobLynn. Marty, shut up.
Thanks everyone for being here.
Chris.
We enjoyed having you, and we had some good laughs. A lot of the comments were funny as heck, so we enjoyed it a lot. Thank you to everyone.
Good night from St. Petersburg. Good night from Holly Hill, and good night from Warren, Michigan.
See you guys.
Bye.
Stay on for a second after we end. Okay, stay, you guys.
Oh, picture ladies at it again.